Listen, I played in the NFL. I've taken enough shots to last a lifetime. And let me tell you this, taking a shot just to lose weight, that's not a smart play. That's why I roll with Brain IQ, the all-natural weight chews, cut cravings, boost metabolism, and sharpen focus. No needles, no chemicals, no crash. Just results you can chew on. And Brain IQ is not just about weight chews. They've got a full lineup of all-natural products to keep your mind sharp, your body fueled, and your health on point. Skip the needles, choose natural. Order now. BrainIQHealth.com/REF/1Live Stew. Brain IQ Chews. Smart, natural, built for results. Dogs and poodles, you're in the dog house. With your boys, Doug and Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews.
The originators. Man, we started this whole thing, man. Two Live Stews, YouTube.com. Two Live Stews, Facebook.com.
Stewart Media and Entertainment.
What up to the Qs? Shouts out to all of the Stewies and the Stewettes.
Dogs and poodles, you know it's all about you. I mean...
There it is. Your Black College National Championship team, the South Carolina State Bulldogs. Yeah. And up, Joe Hamilton.
What's up, Doug?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. Happy holidays to you, man.
Happy
You should be
holidays
gloating.
to you.
You should be gloating. Hey, don't feel any sense of I need to lower myself down. I need to watch out of how boastful I am. Don't do any of that today.
Hell no.
You are a champion. You are a champion. And I read somewhere with those Prairie View fans, they kind of counted their chickens before it hatched.
Right.
Yeah, they called the football game without being played 60 minutes. They called it over before the fat lady sung.
All right, so listen, let me set this up a little bit. You're watching the Two Live Stews experience. Thank you so much for joining your boys. This is a Man Talk Monday, Balls and Busters. You know what it is. The top couple of stories from the weekend, we'll get into them. We got entertainment with Arlie coming up a little bit later. Last 48, the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group. But the number one story from this past weekend is how a team let a team come back from 21 points down at the half to win the game 40-38 in 4 overtimes. That's the South Carolina State Bulldogs. The Bulldogs, man, we handled our business. Shouts out to head coach Shinesbury, the team, the fans. We showed up and showed out. I think that's how they say it. We showed up and showed out. Okay, the half of our side of the Mercedes-Benz Stadium was packed with loyal South Carolina State. The other half, and I knew this was going to happen. Prairie View is it's like 45 minutes west of Houston, Joe.
Okay.
So them people not going to drive. That's like 14 hours. Those folks were the only people that came from Prairie View were the people that flew. And so their side of the stadium was looking real empty. But it didn't matter. It don't even matter at the end of the day. Nobody care about that. Shouts out to the Bulldogs for getting it done.
So you would say you guys had a home field advantage?
Oh, we absolutely had a home field advantage because there's a lot of alumni that live in Atlanta, first of all.
Right.
Because of the proximity. We're 4 hours or 3 hours from Columbia, or 4 hours from Columbia. So it's a lot of fans that could drive. And then we probably had a lot that still flew too as well, because we we've been to this game maybe 3 times out of the last 5 years.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's great, man. A lot of controversy. They said that we stole a game, which I don't know how you can steal a game when you're down by 21 points at half. Like when you're down by 21 points at half, if you're a team that has your opponent down by 21 points at half, you should win that game, right?
Absolutely. With minimal coaching.
They're talking about some kind of replay that they looked at and the ball didn't get over the pylon. It's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Don't even worry about that.
Yeah, but here's a question, Doug. Here's a question when something like that happens in sports. Down 21, having to recover. Did the South Carolina State Bulldogs win the game or did Prairie View lose the game?
Well, we absolutely go ahead.
Because I think that you guys, the Bulldogs, won that game. And when something happens like that, Doug, immediately I go to coaching adjustments.
Right.
The adjustments to the adjustments.
Right.
And the resiliency of your team. Knowing that if 60 minutes does not go off of that clock, we still have a chance. And at that point, I think Prairie View's team and their coaches, their palm got a little sweaty. That the pressure got a little bit too big when when it became a game, you saw their mistakes started to mount up a little bit.
Yeah, palm sweaty, stomach with mom spaghetti. I think it's a quote from the great Eminem.
Yeah, vomit on the shirt already.
Right. That's exactly what happened. These jokers came out in the second half. They up 21-0, and they try to run some type of trick play.
Yes. And
they fumble on their 6-yard line, and that was it. That was a spark. After that, everything changed. All of the momentum changed, to use a sports axiom. All of the momentum changed, and they were in trouble. They were. It was definitely a different game in the second half. And you know what else about the game too, man? It was a great showcase for South Carolina State football. The quarterback for Prairie View, at the end of the first half, he was on pace to throw for 600 yards.
Yes.
He had right at 300 yards passing at the end of the first half. We couldn't stop this kid. We could not stop this kid. They had us spread out. They had their receivers spread real wide, like the receivers were 2 yards from the sidelines. And his offensive line gave him enough time. He just stood in the pocket and picked us apart, man. And we could not stop this kid. But in the second half, and here's the crazy thing, the starting quarterback for our team, for the Bulldogs, got injured. Okay, so let me back up a little bit. And you're watching the Two Live Stews experience. To start the season, we had one quarterback, number one quarterback, lost his job to number two quarterback, transfer from, I think the kid came from James Madison. Okay, so he had played a little bit higher level football. So he killed him. I think he was the player of the year in the conference this year.
Yeah.
He got hurt in the second quarter. He was struggling. He got hurt in the second quarter. The backup, who was the starter to start the season, Stubblefield, comes in and balls out of control. The guy that I told you about that got hurt, he's not as athletic. He's not much. He's more of a traditional pocket passer. The guy that we brought in was a dual threat guy, and that's all it took. The second half, that's all she wrote.
Doug, I want to add on to that, man, because it gives me chills for Stubblefield to be ready. That's what you teach your kids. That's what you teach anybody in the work world, that adversity is going to hit. Are you ready when your time comes back? Because I'm sure the quarterback coach, the head coach, told him when the guy from James Madison came in and say, hey, yeah, he won the job, but you were a ankle turn or ankle twist away. You're a knee injury away or shoulder injury away. Be prepared. Be in the game plan. And you know what? Prairie View wasn't ready for that dynamic. Prairie View practiced for the number one quarterback. There was a pocket guy in the pocket. Mm-hmm. But in that second half, when Stubblefield was able to, extend plays and make plays with his legs, they were not ready for it. So I go back to it, and I'm saying it. Shout out to the players, but Prairie View got out-coached. Absolutely. They got out-coached. They rested on their laurels. They believed that 21-0 was enough. And when it got close, they kind of got tight. They didn't play loose anymore.
Yeah, that Buki got real tight. They got real tight. Now, Joe, what you're watching on the screen right now is the play that's so controversial. And I don't know, can we make that bigger tree? Can we make that the entire screen size? Take me and Joe off if you can, and make that the entire screen size. I'm pretty sure we can do that. But long story short is, you just saw the play. like a little through the quarterback threw the ball to him in the flats. He extended the ball, but the ball is right over the pylon. If you get the ball over the pylon, that's a touchdown. Not only did he get it over the pylon, they think that he touched the pylon with his left hand. Long story short, is very controversial, tough views that they showed the play at. But bottom line is they did not see anything conclusive to change the call on the field. Stop crying. You had us down by 21 points. Finish the goddamn drill. I don't want to hear none of that.
I like it.
I don't want to hear none of that.
I like it, Doug. And correct me if I'm wrong. Did Prairie View get another possession after that?
I think they had to go for two. Right. We stopped them. We stopped them. Yes.
That's the thing about it. That's how I like to look at football. Yes, it was a bad call in your part, Prairie View. You think y'all got robbed. But who on your sideline, who as the quarterback, the leader, can compartmentalize things and go and win a game with a 2-point conversion? That's the thing. Everything that happened in that second half, Prairie View did not respond. And South Carolina State Bulldogs showed you that we've been here before and we're going to let our experience take over. And that's exactly what happened, in my opinion.
So what Worm just said right now, we stopped them. They did have an opportunity. And I didn't even realize when you get like in that 3-4 overtime, the rules are very different. Like there's one play and they put the ball on the 2. Like each level of overtime is different than the previous level. So very interesting stuff. Shouts out to Prairie View, though. I got to say this, man. Joe, you're a little bit younger than me, but I don't know if you know this. And I looked this up to get my facts straight. There was a span in the late 80s that Prairie View went 9 years without winning a football game.
Ooh.
Not 9 years not winning a championship or winning their conference, the SWAC. They went 9 years where they were 0 and whatever. And the coach for Prairie View has turned that program around. They got a lot of money. You know, my daughter went to Prairie View for 2 years. And that school is super nice, okay? I think they get a lot of money from the state, a lot of oil money or whatever. That campus is super nice. I don't understand why they don't have a better or hadn't historically had a better football program. But they've turned things around. They shot Jackson State. There was a lot of Jackson State people in the fans because they thought that they were going to play there. And so they probably already bought their tickets and their hotels, and they couldn't get out of it. So there was a lot of Jackson State people there. They beat Jackson State to win the SWAC. They came to the championship. Their quarterback is one of the most dynamic quarterbacks I've ever seen in HBCU football. I think he's a sophomore. He's got a couple more years. So they got a bright future, but it was the Bulldogs' time. It was the Bulldogs' time. Yeah, man. Yeah.
How invested are you, Doug, in your alma mater?
Well, I mean, I'm invested to the point where I donate money every year. I go to homecoming every year because of my schedule. Like, I'm not a season ticket holder where I try to go and catch all of the home games. Because I'm doing this and I still technically got a day job, I can't get down there as much as I like. But, Joe, our whole family went to South Carolina State. Okay?
That's awesome.
Our old man went to state. I got 2 uncles that went to South Carolina State. My Aunt Mimi, who came to the party the other night, went to South Carolina State. I got other cousins. I mean, just in HBCUs in general. Like, I got cousins that went to Morehouse, Spelman, Hampton. Like, that's what we do. We do HBCU culture. And a championship, man, a championship is big. We went through some tough times years back, but the new president, Alexander Conyers, has really turned things around. And you know what? When just like kind of think on a smaller scale of what happened at Colorado. When the football team is good, everybody's enrollment is up. Enrollment is up. The attitude is good about your program, the school, the city. And so football is kind of like a snowball effect when you're good in football. And so,
no doubt about it.
Great, man. Shouts out Ball Award to the Bulldogs and getting it done. Shouts out to them for getting done. What'd you do this weekend, Joe? Anything special?
No, I tell you what, man, the pageantry of the Army-Navy game, Doug, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but that's historic. When you watch all the commercials, the lead up to that game, we are blessed that my son Skylar, he has an offer from both the Army and the Navy. So he has offers to both of those schools. So we tuned in hard, more than I ever tuned in before. And just the chills that you get and the understanding that everybody on that football field, yes, they're playing football, Doug, no doubt about it, and they want to win. But right after the game or right after their season or their years in college is over, they're going to serve and protect us.
Right.
I mean, so sort of fortitude and the growing up they had to do very, very quickly and just playing for their country in the game, leading up to the game and what it means, man. It was just outstanding. So I know Ohio State and Michigan, big rivals. Georgia Tech, Georgia. You can go on and on. Alabama, Auburn. You can go on and on, but Navy, Army, it's hard to beat that and what it entails, and the people watching, and where it's at. They switch venues each and every year. It might be in Baltimore Ravens Stadium. It might be at the Commanders Stadium. So that pageantry, what I saw that this Saturday was chilling, a good game, very tight. And I just like that kind of things that where it's about a football game, but it's bigger than a football game.
Your son still has another year, right?
No, sir. He's a senior.
He's a senior, so he's done.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Has he narrowed it down? Who's all looking at him? Like, who can he actually go and sign with if he wanted to?
Yes, Georgia State, UAB, obviously the Army, Navy, and then we're trying to now get some more interest, Doug. And the thing about it, I'm living this transfer portal. And I don't want to bash the transfer portal, but when you're playing quarterback, they really want to wait on a transfer portal quarterback because they don't want to develop. That's one thing I don't want to.
Times have changed. Times have changed. Yeah.
And I'm going to fall short to say coaches are lazy, Doug, but they don't want to develop any guys anymore. They want a guy ready-made from another school that they can plug and play. And shout out to the coaches that do that because Kirk Signetti in Indiana, that's exactly what they did in the Heisman Trophy winner and Fernando Mendoza.
Right.
1 year, win the Heisman, win the Big Ten, go to the college football playoff. So we're in a waiting game right now, Doug, but everything's going to work out fine because he's working hard, fabulous athlete. So I'm very, very proud of him, man. Very proud.
And we're actually going to talk a little bit about quarterbacks that have transferred and their success in the Heisman Trophy. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. One more thing I wanted to ask you about. What I wanted to comment is that Georgia State thing would be a good look because it's in Atlanta. The Hamilton name obviously rings out in this city. That would be a good look.
A great look.
He can maybe take them to the next level because they've always been mid kind of like. I would like that. I would like to see that.
Yeah, and then the experiences, man. When you're in Atlanta, downtown Atlanta, not it is downtown Atlanta.
Right.
Just the resources, man, and to be a part of that and the diversity. 35,000 students at Georgia State, a lot of different good programs. But again, I'm out of it, Doug. I'm going to guide him. I'm going to talk to him, but it's going to be his show because he's going to have to wake up to that alarm clock wherever he goes, not me.
Absolutely. All right, when we get back from the break, trending story number one, we're going to talk about Shedeur Sanders and what happened this past weekend. Much different conversation than last weekend, but we'll get into it coming up next. Don't go away. The Two Live Students Experience, Doug Stewart, Heisman Trophy runner-up, Joe Hamilton. Don't go away. Two Live Students Experience. Yeah, Joe. I'd like to see him go to Georgia State.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that would be a good look, for real.
Listen,
for real.
I played in the NFL. I've taken enough shots to last a lifetime. And let me tell you this. Taking a shot just to lose weight, that's not a smart play. That's why I roll with Brain IQ, the all-natural weight chews, cut cravings, boost metabolism, and sharpen focus. No needles, no chemicals, no crash. Just results you can chew on. And Brain IQ is not just about weight chews. They've got a full lineup of all-natural products to keep your mind sharp, your body fueled, and your health on point. Skip the needles, choose natural. Order now, brainiq.com/REF/1LiveStew. Brain IQ Chews, smart, natural, built for results.
All right, welcome back to the show. Doug Stewart, Joe Hamilton, the Low Country's finest, Macedonia's finest. On a Monday, man, Balls and Busters Monday. The number one trending story from this past weekend, Joe, is Shedeur Sanders and the Chicago Bears. There you see his numbers. To say he had a rough outing is an understatement once again. 18 for 35, 177 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 51.4 completion percentage, and 5 sacks taken.
Woo!
So, Joe, I haven't really heard your thoughts about him and what he did last week where he played phenomenal. But give me your thoughts about, this whole Shedeur Sanders conversation, and in particular, talk about the game on yesterday.
Yeah, and that's what I want to do with you, Doug. I want to put my Shedeur Sanders conversation very specific to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
And this is it. I've forgotten everything that happened in the draft. I've forgotten everything that happened in the preseason as far as reps, and Dylan Gabriel took over and he was second string. I've forgotten all that. Matter of fact, I've forgotten when Dylan Gabriel went out of the game and Shedeur Sanders came in against the Baltimore Ravens, and everybody was saying he didn't look prepared because the Ravens sit the house at him.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think that it was on him, more so that they saw blood in the water. That's what those Sharks, the Baltimore Ravens, saw a rookie coming in, so they blitzed him. So I'm forgetting about all those things, Doug, and I'm fast-forwarding to his first start to right now. I'm not saying any collusion. I'm not saying anybody did him wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and that's for another day. I'm talking football, and is he prepared? It's going to be ups and downs. It's going to be ups and downs. That's why we have to be very careful. And last week when we say, oh, Shedeur did this and Shedeur did that, which he did, but are you going to separate him from the team?
Mm-hmm.
And see, this week we want to say Shedeur didn't do, and we want to kind of separate him from the team, but it's a team effort.
Right.
It's a bad offensive team with not many explosive weapons. Judkins is a rookie. He's going to be a phenomenal player. I like the way he's a tough, hard-nosed runner. Jerry Jeudy is sometimey. He'll juke somebody and try to be a showboater and then fumble the ball downfield.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have a touchdown catch in the end zone and drop it to where it's considered an interception.
Right.
So those things happen to the Cleveland Browns. But Shedeur Sanders, Doug, when I look at him, he's pro-ready type of talent. The moxie, the mentality, he is ready. He's got a lot to work on. He's got to delve into that playbook a little bit more. But I see these 4 games and the rest of these 3 games, nothing but valuable reps for Shedeur Sanders. If his worth ethic is like Kevin Stefanski say it is, he's the first one in, last one out, always talking to him, always talking to the offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, he's going to do very, very well, very well.
Mm-hmm.
What happens to him is that he's old school now. He's a pocket quarterback. We don't see it that way, Doug. We don't see it like that way because he's an African-American that normally when we see black quarterbacks, we think he's dual threat.
Right.
Yeah, or can move a lot. Shedeur can move. His pocket awareness is outstanding, but he's not elusive. He's not going to get away, so he's going to eat you up with his arm and his mind. I like where he's progressing. Do I think this is a setback, Doug? No. I think this is a lesson in a rookie quarterback.
Right.
Because how many ups and downs? Let's compare this thing. Let's not get too far going with bashing Shedeur if some guys want to do that, because today some people are going to be saying, see, I told you. Wait till he plays a team that's really, really good, or wait till he get a good pass rush or a good secondary. That's not the case. Cam Ward has been up and down this entire season. Do we say that about Cam Ward?
Right.
No, because he's on a bad team and he was the number 1 pick. Let's give Shedeur that little bit of grace that we give every other rookie quarterback on a bad team.
Hey, Joe, you just said a mouthful, man. So let me just jump on board on some of the things you said. So I looked it up, man, and I'm obviously I'm a huge supporter of Shedeur because based on what he did in college, having the best passing efficiency in the history of college football, people just ignore that for some reason, talk about that kid. He has all the tools to get it done. Now, it's going to sound like I'm making excuses for the guy, but one thing I did is I looked up Peyton Manning in his rookie year. Peyton Manning, who a lot of people are arguing with you, and you actually was a teammate of Peyton Manning, were you?
Yes. Yes, I was.
A lot of people tell you Peyton Manning's the all-time greatest quarterback ever. Peyton Manning had 28 interceptions in his rookie year. 28. So it's back and forth, back and forth. You're going to have good weeks. You're going to have bad weeks. especially with the Cleveland Browns, because their offensive line is horrible. Like, he literally has 2 seconds to get the ball out of his hand or they're on his ass. And then you add on top of that, the receivers are mid. Jerry Jeudy just handed the ball off to the dude. Shedeur, and I watched this game because I'm happy because the Falcons already played. So I wasn't at that place where I had to make a decision. Do I want to watch Shedeur and the Browns, or do I want to watch the Falcons? So Falcons didn't play. I watched the Browns game. Shedeur made 2 passes yesterday. The one long pass streaking down the middle of the field, which was like a 40-yard bomb, right in the breadbasket. Same thing with the pass to Jeudy in the end zone. You couldn't throw a better football, okay? Right in the breadbasket once again, and he just gives the ball to the defensive back. One thing I will say while I'm thinking about it, that Bears defense looks like a championship defense.
Well,
they've got more takeaways at this point. I think they said than any team at this point in NFL history. They've got like 30 takeaways.
That's right. That's correct. That's correct, Doug. And they have a plus, I think, 20 turnover differential as far as margin.
Right.
What happens to us, Doug, is that the Jaden Daniels of the world, the C.J. Strouds of the world, I'm talking about those guys that hit the ground running in their rookie year.
Right.
And that's an anomaly. When you look at those guys, I did the research, Doug. When you look at those guys that won, quarterbacks that have won Rookie of the Year, their first year, look at their second year. It's a drop-off.
Right.
That sophomore year, C.J. Stroud, although he went to the playoffs, his numbers dropped. Jaden Daniels this year, I know he was injury. He had a lot of injuries, but his numbers dropped. But look at those guys that did not win the Rookie of the Year and how they progressed.
Right.
Of who Shedeur Sanders played yesterday.
Right.
It's all about coaching. Caleb Williams, my brother, looks like a new guy.
Yes.
Caleb, the way his confidence and he's getting the ball off on time. He's not trying to be a superhero and make every play a heroic play or a spectacular sports center play. That's how you play the quarterback position. And that's where I'm at with Shedeur Sanders. I hope Kevin Stefanski is on board. I hope that he's forgetting about his owner. I hope he's forgetting about what he did as far as reps, second-team reps with Shedeur Sanders. He has a crown jewel. And if that organization doesn't feel the need to go up in this quarterback draft and get a quarterback, which I don't think is as rich as they thought it was going to be going into this year. Right. I don't know any quarterback that you should be tanking for in this year's draft. I do not know.
So we're going to talk about that in particular, the talent coming out in this draft in the next segment when we get to the Heisman talk, because there were a couple of Heisman candidates, finalists. So we'll get into that. But let me ask you this question. You kind of started to roll into it on your own just now. Like, do you see – he's going to be up and down. We've established that. He's going to be up and down. Do you see the Browns, knowing the history and how they didn't take him till the 5th round, do you see Stefanski keeping his job, 1? And 2, do you see them building around Shedeur? Do you see them go out and draft some offensive linemen in the 1st round, make some deals to get a couple? Do you see where they try to pick up an impact wide receiver and build around Shedeur, or do you think they're going to try to take another quarterback?
They can't go to another quarterback in the draft, Doug. And we're going to forget about Dylan Gabriel. There's no upside to Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel is a perennial backup quarterback in the National Football League. He's a try-hard, very, very good college career. I understand that. He's not better than Shedeur Sanders at all. Yes, I do see that, especially with Shedeur showing promise in the meeting room. If he's showing leadership on the football field and the skill set. I mean, he strikes some deep threat into the Cleveland Browns that we've never seen in a long time. His deep ball accuracy and the way he's galvanized his entire team. You hear Myles Garrett talking about him. You hear other guys talking about his leadership. So, yes, it would be a colossal mistake if they do not do that. And I'm projecting that he continues to be on the upward tick. And, you know, Doug, somebody might look at me and say, upward tick, Joe, what are you talking about? Did you see the game yesterday? But I didn't see a guy being overwhelmed.
Right.
I didn't see a guy bum fumbling in the huddle. Right. I didn't see a guy letting the play clock run down and getting delay of games. I didn't see the guy acting like he doesn't belong. I see a guy with more reps, and if you tell him that this is his team, he's going to only get better. Now, shout out to Kevin Stefanski for doing this, Doug. naming Shedeur Sanders the starter the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't have to look after a game like yesterday. He doesn't have to look over his shoulders, be like, oh man, I messed up. Maybe Dylan Gabriel is coming back in. That's not the case. So if you let him play the rest of the game, I think the rest of the season, I think they'll see that Shedeur is the guy going forward. Because how long are they going to play these musical chairs with quarterbacks? How long?
Joe, I think they said something like there's been 40-something starting quarterbacks
man.
for the Browns in the last
Come
30
on,
years.
Man. Come
Yeah.
on now.
And
Come
just
on.
as many coaches for the Cleveland Browns in the last 30 years. Yeah, they got to have some type of stability. And you said it, the throws that this guy makes are NFL type throws. It's as simple as that. And get him more comfortable, get him better pieces around him. I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be fine. Let's put it like that.
Have you ever seen, Doug, somebody get as much hate for doing nothing wrong?
It's the sins of his father, though. You know that's what it is, right?
Well, I know what it is, but again, what did Deion Sanders do wrong?
Nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
Talk trash.
That's it, man. What did they do wrong? I don't get it. They perfect citizens.
Right.
They do everything by the book.
I
They
don't
work hard.
think Deion even drinks.
No, he doesn't.
So think about that.
My goodness, man.
They'd rather you be an alcoholic and risk people's lives driving drunk than talk trash, to talk shit.
A little bravado, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of cockiness, and you holding this guy talk about collusion, that the owners don't want to see his son succeed. Come on, that's why, Doug, I'm forgetting about all those. I want to see Shedeur Sanders play football, and that's all I judge him about is playing football.
You're watching the Two Live Students Experience. Doug Stewart, Joe Hamilton filling in for Ryan. Ryan's actually going to pop in the show a little bit later today. He had some daddy duties with his kids, so he'll be back later. So we're going to have a full set. Joe, we're going to keep you around. Love to have you, especially for the conversation we're about to get into. Ryan actually shot me a text. I think maybe he's listening on his phone. Remember I mentioned how Prairie View went like 9 years without winning a game? Yes. Ryan did the research. They lost 80 straight games in the 1990s.
Straight?
8. I told you, Joe, they didn't win a game for like 9 years. They lost 80 straight games in the early 90s, man. So to go where they've come from to getting into a championship game, most people at the end of the half thought they were going to win the Celebration Bowl, the Black College Championship. They didn't get it done, but once again, man, they've come a long way. That program looks real good, real viable for the next couple of years to come.
Yeah, they might go down, and what happened on Saturday, that might be a moral victory for them.
Right.
We don't take those, but a program like that hadn't been there in a long time, although you blew a 21-point lead and you had opportunities to win. When the week goes on and a month goes on and you look back on the season, they might be very, very proud of where that program is headed.
Very, very good point. And I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks. So the MEAC's conference play is over. So last year, same thing this year, but last year we had like 2 weeks, maybe even longer. Maybe it was 3 weeks before the Celebration Bowl. We came in and we lost to Jackson State last year. Okay.
Right.
And everybody was saying the players were rusty. They didn't look good very early in that game. Because of whatever practice schedule they had last year, that wasn't conducive to them playing well in the championship game. So I've been telling people all year long after that, our coach is too good. Whatever he did last year, we're going to do the opposite of it this year. Okay?
Ooh,
there's no way he would make the same mistakes as far as their practice schedule and when they and how they got and prepared for the game. And this year we made adjustments. Now the first half was it was horrible, but they made all the adjustments. They didn't look rusty, quote unquote rusty, man. And it was a great game. And we finished. We were able to finish as opposed to Prairie View being able to finish. So yeah. Shots out to the Bulldogs again. I know I've given them shots out.
Keep doing
times,
it, brother.
But I'm
Keep
gonna do it 30,
brother.
Right?
No doubt.
Absolutely. So yeah, man. Shedeur. One strange thing, and you're part of the chat group, right? The Two Live Students chat group, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Facebook chat group. You can tell when a hater has stepped in the building, okay? Because the things they say about Shedeur when he has a great week, they try to discount it. When he has a bad week, then they show up, kind of like that line in Friday.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's what I don't want to do, Doug. And that's what I refuse to do. I refuse to do Shedeur Sanders like that, or any quarterback, or any situation. Is he playing bad? And that's why I don't want to excuse him from when he had a 300-yard game to not include the others, the offensive line that protect him, because I don't want to single him out, because it's easy for me to single him out and be a newspaper reader this morning and say, whoa, 3 interceptions, no touchdowns. He played poorly and took 5 sacks. Oh my God, bench him. No, it's not the case. It's a whole team. Did you know? Because the haters would say 3 interceptions, but you and I would say 2, because one of those were when Jerry Jeudy gave it away. All right, some of these sacks to where he doesn't even have time to set his back foot, to where the line is on him right now. And some of the plays that's being called. So is a part of a team. He's a quarterback. He's going to get a lot of the blame and all of the credit. But here it is. Is the offense really around him yet? I'm talking about Kevin Stefanski. Is this one of those things that he's sitting down or had a chance to sit down with his staff and say, what does Shedeur Sanders do well? What doesn't he do well? No. This is still an offense coming from Flacco. This is still an offense that was Dylan Gabriel suited. So now they're morphing into the skill set of Shedeur Sanders. I wouldn't be surprised if now you're thinking that you're a downfield type team, want to take shots because of his accuracy downfield and his accuracy over the middle. This guy has a lot of different skill sets that we hadn't even seen yet.
Yeah.
And, and what I love about it is you can tell, Doug, I know you can, when you look in the NFL, you can say, that guy's overwhelmed.
Right.
That guy doesn't belong. The game is too fast. The game is too big.
Right.
No. I don't see any of that in Shedeur. And granted, now I will say this, he's going to have ups and downs.
Right.
My goodness, we got people 6-7 years in the league that has up and down seasons. So give him a little bit of grace and don't hate on him. If you're talking football, talk football, but the hate must stop.
The hate must stop. Yeah, and just think about this. Add on top of that, the culture of Cleveland. Just toxic. From the coaching to the organization to the players they drafted, the history in general is just a toxic situation. They're going to have to tear that down and rebuild the whole thing, because they've been bad for so long in so many areas. It's hard to overcome. 2 things. If you see people hard on Shedeur, ask those same people, did you make these same statements, like I said earlier, with Peyton Manning in his rookie year? Did you make these same statements about Troy Aikman early in his year after 3 or 4 games? No. So just stop it.
Hey, Doug, you made a great point there. It just hit me. And you said Peyton Manning and
Troy Aikman.
Those were number 1 overall picks.
Yes.
This is a 5th-round pick y'all hating on.
And Joe, the picture behind you, I'm just realizing the picture behind you, that's Kirby Smart, the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, Kirby Smart scratched my stomach, Doug, on a juke move. You see?
Hey, that's a classic picture. Speaking of Kirby Smart, college football, we get back from the break. It's great we got the Heisman Trophy runner-up with us today. Joe, I want to get your thoughts about the Heisman Trophy presentation, the ceremony, and the winner this past weekend. We'll get into that up next with the 2 Live Shoes. Don't go away. Go ahead, Tree. Run it, Tree. There we go, Tree. Yeah.
Are you tired of workouts that leave you feeling drained? Do you want to push your limits without compromising your health? Introducing NPE, the ultimate pre-workout powerhouse. NPE is packed with natural plant-based ingredients that fuel your body and mind. We're talking about sustained energy, enhanced focus, and accelerated recovery. All this while giving your immune system a powerful boost. But NPE doesn't stop there. It also stimulates circulation, enhancing blood flow throughout your body. And it doesn't just improve your workout performance, it also boosts fertility and sexual drive in both men and women. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, NPE is here to help you reach new heights. Don't settle for sluggish workouts. Unleash your inner athlete with NPE. That's natural performance energy. This is not your ordinary pre-workout supplement. Our clients will tell you NPE also stands for natural power, peak performance every workout.
Welcome back to the show. The 2 Live Shoes Experience. Hey, do your boys a favor, man. Pass the word on the show. Tell somebody. 2 Live Shoes, YouTube.com. 2 Live Shoes, Facebook.com. We're live Monday and Thursday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. You can catch the replay at any time you want. And also, man, if you'd like to donate to the show, we would appreciate it, all right, to help us keep the lights on. Look to the bottom of the chat to the right. You'll see a dollar symbol. Click on that, and you can donate whatever you like, $1, $5, $50, $5,000. It's fine with us, okay, whatever you feel like donating. And also, if you're watching the replay, same thing, look to the bottom of the chat. There's a heart symbol. Click on that, and you can donate after the fact as well when you're watching the replay on one of the platforms, whether it be Facebook or YouTube, all right? So, Joe, I want people, can you flash that? Go ahead, treat you right on time. Treat you right on time. So right there, we have a young, spry Joe Hamilton to the left, standing right by Drew Brees. Between him and Ron Dane, MV7, and then who's the
Chad Pennington.
Chad Pennington, the Marshall quarterback. This was 1999. Yes, classic photo, man. Joe, you just got that suit from Barron's, didn't you?
Yeah, no.
Blue Steez?
No, Burlington. That was still a college budget. Doug.
Hey,
I thought I was sharp, though.
Hey, you look good, baby. Oh, I didn't even realize it. So you got the white on white tie, huh?
Yes, sir.
You were killing them. That's Miami Vice style.
Yeah, matching the stripe on the suit. Yeah.
So this past weekend, man, Fernando Mendoza became the first player from Indiana to win the Heisman Trophy. What am I doing? That thing's in the wrong place. There we go. He led the nation with 33 touchdown passes, completed 71.5% of his throws for 2,980 yards, and led Indiana to a 13-0 undefeated regular season and a Big Ten championship victory. So if you're looking at this meme, throw it back up one more time, Tree. If you're looking at this meme, they're showing Cam Ward's year that he had last year in winning the Heisman. He threw for 4,300 yards, 39 touchdowns, and Cam Ward came in fourth in the Heisman. Mm-hmm. Cam Ward did he came in fourth in the Heisman? That don't sound right.
He was behind definitely Travis Hunter, who won it. And,
did he come in fourth? Okay, maybe he did come in fourth. Mm-hmm. Bottom line is Fernando Mendoza only 2,900 yards, 33 touchdowns, and he's unanimous Heisman favorite. I made the point, and maybe I should have made a meme out of this particular post that I put in the chat room. This was like to me, this was one of the most underwhelming Heisman classes that I can remember, man. What are your thoughts about that? The running back for Notre Dame, what's his name? Jeremiah Love. He had like 1,300 rushing yards.
Yes.
How do you get an invite? No offense to him. He plays for Notre Dame, and he's probably going to be an NFL player. But 1,300 yards gets you an invite to the Heisman Trophy ceremonies?
Yeah, Doug, I'm with you, but I'm going to present you a few questions. Then who? All right, you can say overall that it's a down year in college football, period. That you don't have a lot of stars or had a lot of names to go in. Mm-hmm. And what happens this year, Doug, in my opinion, that the preseason favorites, they're nowhere to be found. Lenora Sellers from the Gamecocks, Arch Manning from Texas, Nussmeier from LSU. You had a lot of these guys that's going into the preseason that, they write them down. They're going to be Heisman favorites. Nobody outside of Jeremy Love you were thinking about they're going to represent their team in New York. Mm-hmm. And they came out of nowhere. So your meme you just showed, I laugh at it. And I'm not saying you showed, but I laugh at it. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell those guys that put up those stats comparable to Cam Ward and Fernando Mendoza, miss me with that. Because I can doctor the numbers all I want to doctor the numbers. Right. Because Mendoza, he has 39 total touchdowns. He has 6 rushing. Mm-hmm. Mendoza is also a member of a championship Big Ten team. Mendoza is also the quarterback of an undefeated team.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number one in the nation. So add all that up when you're going into it. And Doug, I want to give a shout out to the Heisman committee. And this is why. That last year, the Big Ten game would not have counted. Because last year, the votes were in before the championship weekend. The Heisman votes. It was in before that weekend. This year, they decided to wait after the championship weekend, and that would be the Big Ten championship with Julian Sayin and Fernando Mendoza battling head-to-head. And I'm on record as saying whoever had won that game was going to win the Heisman. Although Julian Sayin didn't finish second, that went to Diego Pavia. But if Julian Sayin and Ohio State Buckeyes could have won that game against Indiana, maybe he would have won the Heisman. Mm-hmm. But this was all about what you do for me lately. You winning the Big Ten on the national stage, having a very, very good game against the number one defense in the nation with the Buckeyes. That all, goes into why I think Fernando Mendoza deservingly won the Heisman. Now, I don't think he's the best player.
Right.
Because I think that goes to Jeremiah Love.
Right. And you know what? I'm not saying that he didn't deserve it based on what he did this year. Clearly he did. I mean, Indiana football. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They've been a bottom dweller my entire life. One name pops in my mind when I think about underwhelming. Thank you, Tree. Look at that. Look at that. Well, we got the greatest producer in the history of producery. This is the post that I actually made in the chat group when you're watching the Two Live Studios Experience. You remember Gino Torretta? Once again, I'm a little bit older than you. Gino Torretta.
Absolutely, brother.
Right, quarterback of Miami. He was kind of underwhelming as well. The competition wasn't that great that year. So,
no, Doug. The competition was great. He beat out Marshall Faulk.
He beat out Marshall Faulk. Yeah. That's right.
Marshall Faulk should have won it that year.
Now, that's BS. I'm not mad at Mendoza winning it this year. There's nobody that pops out from those other candidates that they actually invited to the ceremony to say they deserve it way more than him. So you had Diego Pavia, you had Jeremiah Love, who we just talked about from Notre Dame, the running back, and then you had Julian Savin, the Ohio State.
Saying
the Ohio State quarterback. So I'm not mad at that, but wow, it just feels like there were no big names. There wasn't somebody that we're going to look back and say they were George Rogers, that legendary year he had at the University of South Carolina, or all of these great players that have won Heisman. Just felt like it was a little down this year.
Yeah, to me as well, Doug. No doubt about it. But when I look at it, I'm like, who else was deserving? Did anybody get robbed? Did anybody get shortchanged? And that answer to me is no. I mean, it is what it is. So I think it was a little down year overall as far as the quarterback position and overall standout guys. There were no clear-cut best player in the nation this year, in my opinion.
Like I said earlier, man, it's perfect timing that we have you coming in second place in the Heisman, which, by the way, let me give a little conversation to that. That was some bullshit they gave that Heisman to Ron Dane. I don't care what nobody say. Nobody needed their team or nobody impacted their team more than you did back in 1999 for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Yo, talk about that whole experience, Heisman weekend. This is great. Talk about that whole experience, Heisman weekend, the fanfare that comes along with it. Did you think that you came in second? You came in second in the voting. Did you think you were going to win? Did you have a speech prepared? What? Talk about the whole weekend in general, man.
There's no doubt I had a speech prepared, Doug. I was ready to rumble. But when you get that call when Coach George O'Leary, the head coach, and Coach Ralph Friedgen, my offensive coordinator, called me in and said, you're going to New York. You made it to New York. Wow. Can you imagine, man, me from South Carolina, Alvin, almost jumped through the roof. What? Call mom, dad, get ready, get your stuff ready. And the fanfare. And when you hear me talk about the Heisman, that's why I don't necessarily talk about Ron Dane as much. We were pretty close. He won it. But to be there, that experience, Doug, unbelievable. When Tony Dorsett, there. Roger Staubach, there. Mike Rozier, Charlie Ward, Doug Flutie, Marcus Allen, Bo Jackson, the two-time winner, Archie Griffin. I'm greasing hands with those guys, Doug. I'm not just talking about I'm in the room. You go downtown Rockefeller and watch the trees and the lights and all that on the bus with these guys. I mean, you chopping it up. They're telling you about stories. They're going back and forth about their competitive days, talking about my offense back then would beat your offense, or your defense couldn't stop this. I mean, just the talk is like barbershop talk.
Right.
And the respect when you're in that room, although I didn't win it, the respect when you're in that room is almost like you in it. So no need to be talking about who's around,
Right.
but you're in it. There are certain guys, though, with the aura that they're a little bit bigger. Bo Jackson.
Right.
A little bit bigger. Archie Griffin, but for being a two-time winner. Just a little bit. And shout out to South Carolina, George Rogers. George Rogers and I, a former USC Gamecock.
George Rogers, he was at the ceremony this weekend. George Rogers looking very offensive lineman-ish.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Does he have it? Does he have his cane?
I didn't see a cane. I saw him. He was standing up right behind the podium where Mendoza spoke at, and so he was in the frame the entire time.
Yeah.
And George Rogers, you bring up the name George Rogers. Go back if you're a greenhorn and you don't remember George Rogers, University of South Carolina running back, tailback, number 38. Go back and watch him on YouTube. This man, it was him, it was Bo Jackson, it was Marcus Dupree from Oklahoma. That was the era of big tailbacks, okay?
Yes.
Average 6'2", 230 pounds at the time, but they could run. Go back and watch some George Rogers film, man, just to get an understanding of how great he was. He doesn't look like it now, but George Rogers was a beast, sir.
Yes. And Doug, the moment of that weekend was Chad Pennington, Drew Brees, Michael Vick, and myself, ESPN Zone. And when you go and you got the football in your hand and you throw it through the hole as far as competing, how many balls can you throw through the hole?
Right.
And we all three quarterbacks or four quarterbacks. And don't you know, Doug, we sat there and competed for at least 2 hours.
What?
When you have media in the back on the side, hey, let's go. Hey, Joe, you got to interview Ron. You're up next. Not Ron, Dan. Drew Brees, you're up next. We stood there for 2.5 hours while the media was waiting to have interviews for the next day. And that is when I realized that Drew Brees was unworldly. That's when I realized that Drew Brees had accuracy like I've never seen before. Now, it's not the big loop. It's the same archaic loop, the little hole.
Right.
I think he must have had 56 straight.
What?
56 straight. So we sitting there 2.5 hours trying to catch that record. Pennington, Vic, and I just, oh my God, is he that much better than us? And he's sitting there laughing. Then we had a chance to go to the basketball court and shoot hoops. Right. So that bond was unbelievable. I had an inkling going into it that I had a chance to win, Doug, but when the interview request and things starting to come out on that Friday, and they always called Ron Dan. Hey, Ron, come over here. Hey, Ron, I want you to sign this and sign that. I'm like, maybe they know Ron Dan is going to win this thing. Maybe they have something up their sleeve or something like that. So you kind of got the sense that he might win it leading up to the actual ceremony. But I'll say it again, Doug, there's nothing like it. You don't have to promise me that I can win or I have to win it. I do not have to win that Heisman Trophy anytime.
Right.
But if you invite me back, I am going, brother.
Wow.
It's one of those experiences, man. So Julian Sain and Jeremiah Love and Diego Pavia, I'm sure they had a time of their life there. And I had the last class of the Downtown Athletic Club. They've moved it now, but that was the historic
venue.
Years and years venue, Downtown Athletic Club, to where when you're in the elevator, you had to probably wait 2 or 3 minutes for it to go up and come down because it was so small.
Wow.
Yes.
That story of how competitive y'all were.
Oh, my God,
was incredible. That's incredible, man. I can only imagine y'all standing there throwing this ball in a little. And it's crazy because you're 100% right. Drew Brees probably was one of the most accurate quarterbacks ever in the NFL. And so it really comes through, shines through when you tell that story.
Doug, it's funny because we started to go, when you play OUT in basketball, and you make a shot in basketball, we started to go, don't touch anything. You call all net in basketball, no rim. So we started getting so competitive, you couldn't even touch the side. If it went in and it touched any part of the board, it didn't count. Right. You had to basically go through all net. I mean, just the fact that those guys, we talked offense, we talked coverages, we sat down and we just chopped it up as just guys just loving ball. It was an experience, and that's why I was so privilege to have 3 other quarterbacks with me down there that weekend.
Talking Joe Hamilton, Heisman Trophy runner-up 1999 with the 2 last 2s, former Georgia Tech great. You mentioned the basketball. I know you got him in the basketball, right?
To school, took him to school. Took him to school.
So a lot of people don't know, especially people that don't know didn't follow you at Georgia Tech. People listening to this show from all over the country. Most people from our area say that you were just as good a basketball player as football player. You led your high school to a state championship in your junior and senior, or just your senior year?
Oh man, I went to 4 of them.
Y'all went to 4 state championships?
Yeah, remember I played as an 8th grader.
Okay.
So we didn't go to 4 straight, but overall 4, yes.
So y'all won 4? How many did y'all win?
No. We won 3.
Yeah. And you were the starting point guard as a freshman?
No, as a freshman, but I did not start as an 8th grader. I was the 6th man as an 8th grader, but a freshman throughout the whole entire high school career.
How close were you? Because there was a lot of rumor around at the time that Crimmins wanted you to play basketball too. How close were you to suiting up for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets basketball team?
Very close. It would have been a done deal if George O'Leary just would have allowed it to happen.
So O'Leary put a kibosh to it.
Oh yeah, it's just O'Leary. Bobby Crimmins talked about that all the time, how I gave his players fit, and not necessarily scoring, Doug, but from the low country where we're from, the competitiveness, if you don't match that, right. If you come out and don't go all out and leave it all out there, I'm going to have the advantage. Right. Maybe not always skill-wise, but if you ain't ready to go for 40, 60, an hour, 2 hours, you're in trouble. So that was the whole deal with Stephon Marbury and those guys. I mean, competitive. I wasn't better than those guys at all, but I realized that do you want to really play?
You were a traditional floor general.
I
saw you play a couple times in high school. Yeah.
And that's what translated to me in football, and that's how I look at quarterbacks. I don't need you being the hero. Get this ball out of your hand as quick as you can and let the other guys show you good. Prove you right. Because you remember when they said that those haters in the comments said that long swing pass that Shedeur Sanders had, that the running back did the work. Right. That it was a little dump off. Right. Man, we take that. That's what we want.
Why do you want to make it harder? That's crazy.
We want that. We want that, but not spectacular time now. Very, very good overall athlete. To where we always grew up, Doug, and I know you can attest to this. That if some game was being played, no matter what it was, jump rope, double dutch, basketball, football, baseball, we just wanted to get picked.
Right.
We didn't want to be on the sideline. We want to be in the game. No, we didn't have to be the very best, but we wanted to compete. That's it.
Yeah. George O'Leary, by the way, was the head coach of the Georgia Tech football team, and Bobby Crimmins, legendary head coach of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets basketball team back during that era.
No doubt.
O'Leary's not still coaching. Is O'Leary even still around?
He's still around.
Still above ground?
No, yes, definitely above ground. Yeah.
I kill people all the time.
No, he's definitely above ground, but he's not coaching anymore. Some of those old school coaches, they can't survive in today's world.
Look at this guy here. Look at this guy here.
What up, though?
My man, Studo, what's up, man?
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing, man?
You dropped the children off?
They returned at school, man, and I've been listening since the start of the show. Y'all doing a great job, but we get started with we've got to thank God every minute of every day. Good morning, world. That's right.
Good morning.
Good morning, world. Yeah.
All right. When we get back from the break, Joe's going to continue to stick with us. Arlie's going to come in with the Arlewood report. A lot more fun and shenanigans with the 2 live stews. Don't go anywhere.
If it's too crowded in here, I'll step out and let y'all do what y'all need to do.
It's not too crowded. It's not too
You're
crowded.
the ticket. You're the ticket, man.
Y'all got room for your boy?
Absolutely.
All right, Doug, go ahead and think about this, Doug.
Oh, that's easy. That's Doug Williams.
There it is.
That ain't hard. That's not hard at all.
All
right, don't go away. 2 Live Stews experience. Yeah.
Hello there, it's your favorite cruise director, Arlie Michelle, and you want to be on the inaugural Cruise with the Stews, February 6th through 9th. What's up, Stew Nation? We want to see you out on the big water for the big game, and we cannot wait! Have you signed up to go with us on the cruise yet? If you haven't, there is still time. We want to see everybody's face in the place. We're going to be celebrating from Miami to Nassau, Bahamas, and back. You want to be in the place. Can't wait to see ya. Yay! We're so excited. We're going to cruise together. Cruising with you. Cruising with you. Cruising with you. Come on, y'all. Ah!
Good morning, world. It's your boys, the Two Live Dudes. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the great Joe Hamilton himself. And we're now joined by Arlewood in the building.
Good morning, Arlie.
What up, Arlie?
Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning.
How was your weekend this past weekend? Were you in the streets?
Good morning, Joe Hamilton. Oh my God, I get three fabulous, gentle people from the great state of South Carolina and one Mississippian. What do you say? 3 South Carolinians and 1 Mississippian walk into a room. What kind of joke could that be?
Absolutely.
Country.
Absolutely. Add on top of that, the low country.
There
Low
you go,
country.
Doug.
Low country of South Carolina.
I'm from the central part of my state, and we don't have any claim to fame. We have really pretty lights at Christmas. That's all I got.
That's all you got. Arlie, how was your weekend? I didn't see you at Impact.
You didn't see me at Impact. Did you go to Impact?
Yes. For the
You
first
only
time
want
in
to
a
come to
minute.
church when I'm not there.
Yeah. So I was there. Great sermon as usual.
I heard. My mama was there.
Pastor, what's it, Thibodeau?
Yes.
Yeah, he did a great job.
You know he the bros, right, Doug?
Yeah, he's the brother.
Okay.
There's Iowa State. It's another pastor that's the brothers there too. Anyway, no, I was in Charlotte. I was in the state. I was in y'all's northern brothers, sisterly state, whatever. I was in North Carolina and Charlotte gigging, and then I came back in Asara. Shout out to the Deltas, the Sisters of Delta Sympathetic Sorority Incorporated. She was filming. She's doing like a bunch of shorts, and so I was one of the actresses doing a little acting work, just helping people out.
Okay.
And I didn't get to make it to church.
So Beyond the Gates, if you're new to the show, Arlie has a starring role on the TV show
Put it out there.
Beyond the Gates, daytime soap opera on CBS. Our character's name is Peaches. Arlie, can we see you on Beyond the Gates this week anytime? Or
Yes, you will see me on Beyond the Gates on the 20th. I'm not sure what day. I think the 20th is Friday.
Okay.
Friday?
Let's see. So today is the
No, that's Saturday, so it must be on Friday.
It is the 15th.
So it's on Friday the 19th.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm coming back.
Okay.
I ain't dead yet. Peaches ain't dead yet. Don't let her die.
All right. Also, give us a quick update on the cruise. If people wanted to join us with the Two Live Stews, the cruise with the Stews, where we're going to watch the Super Bowl on a ocean liner headed to the Bahamas.
Big old ship. Big old, as they say in the country.
Well, the ocean liner will be heading back to the south versus to the Bahamas. Remember, the Super Bowl is going to be on Sunday. We'll be on our way back.
Okay. All right.
So
Am I wrong,
you're correct, Ryan. We're gonna be somewhere in the middle of the ocean watching the Super Bowl. How about that? Because we're gonna get back to the early morning.
That sounds
but
great.
yes, but we will be on our way back on that Sunday. We get back Monday morning, early. Ladies and gentlemen, the Two Live Stews, these lovely gentlemen are taking us on a cruise. Of course, it is the inaugural cruise with the Stews from Miami, Florida, to the beautiful Nassau, Bahamas. We'll spend a day perfect day in Coco Cay on Saturday. On Sunday, Nassau, Bahamas. On Sunday night, we will watch the game together, sporting whatever jersey or outfit you'd like to sport, because your team probably not going. The NFL is a shakeup right now. Your team ain't going nowhere. Don't worry about it. Just come and celebrate with us anyway. It's going to be fun. If you're still interested, there are still a few staterooms left on the cruise. I checked for people the other day. Not as exciting. Not exciting. Very exciting still for interior rooms. You can still get rooms, oceans with views, oceans with balconies. You can still just boardwalk views, which is like having a balcony and looking to the inside of the ship, which is what I selected because I didn't want to look at the water. My nerves were going to be bad.
Mm-hmm.
So beautiful opportunities still available. Hit me up, sme.arlewood@gmail.com. I did not check my mail since Friday, so if you sent me something, I'm going to look at it, and then we're going to get together this week to answer any questions you might have about your cruise, getting your extra packages, any excursions you might want to talk about, think about, stuff at Coco Cay. But hit me up so we can make it happen. Let's do it.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Awesome.
Yep. And you will have and just guess what, guys? Both of your stews will be there, and Tree will be there because I know y'all want to see Tree. And Arlie will be there, whether you want to see me or not. I'm gonna be there. So.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Tree's going on the cruise?
Yeah. But y'all, it's such a big boat. It's all them people. You don't even have to see if you don't want to, Ryan. It's okay. It's okay.
All right.
It's okay. I made sure y'all's rooms were not near one another. I put y'all on the aft and the bow.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ollie. I appreciate it.
All right, Ollie, what you got for entertainment news?
So, y'all, you know how we do it. We have to start this thing off right. We got birthdays in the house tonight. Who's singing? Who got it? Go.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Okay.
Thank you. Tip my cap.
All right,
to the
Dad,
audience.
you did that one. It was a little different today. I appreciate it though. I like the mixture of the vocals. And I forgot to say, I don't want to congratulate South Carolina State Bulldogs because of course I am a product of the SWAC and I'm just very sad at what happened this weekend. However, I have to just let y'all have this.
Yes.
It hurt so bad. It hurt so bad. Oh, but
yes,
y'all,
yes.
Miak has been. Yeah,
I got some choice thoughts on the game. I'm going to share for after Ollie's report because I don't want to take any of her time. But it was one of the best games I saw all weekend. It was an amazing game.
Yeah, we tend to do it up, and they say the Battle of the Bands was amazing, all that. But I see people in Teal Dog feels robbed because it should have been FAM. I think the Human Jukebox won the Battle of the Bands, and then Westlake High School here in Atlanta won on the high school level. They said they were really good. It was a great weekend for people who love live bands.
Southern won the Battle of the Bands, right?
Right. I think Southern won, but Teal Dog is a FAMU supporter, and he felt like they were robbed. He said FAMU should have won. So I don't know. I didn't
they were robbed. Of course, he feels like they were robbed.
So if they were robbed, that's 2 robberies from the past weekend. But we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. What?
I have to.
Don't do that, man.
Yeah.
Don't play like that. Go ahead, Ollie.
Yeah, but anyway, so first up on birthdays, we have actor George O. Gore. I did not ever know his real name. He was the one who played Michael Kyle Jr. on My Wife and Kids with the Wayans brother. Did not know that was his name. It just doesn't seem like it should be his name. But he is 43 today. He played the little goofy brother that ended up getting the girl. If y'all watch My Wife and Kids.
What was he, 5 years old at the time of that film?
No, he would have been like high school age, but
Now, what's his name again?
George O. Gore.
Okay, let me see if I can.
George Gore. Look him up. You can be like, oh my God, I know that dude.
Oh yeah. He's 40,
43?
Right, 43 right now.
He just told us.
Yes.
Looks totally different.
He does.
Mhm.
NFL cornerback Josh Norman is 39 today. NBA center Jaleel Okafor. Is that how you said Okafor?
Yes, that's
is 30 today. He's I guess he's a center for the Pelicans. And then we have She Keeps On Passing Me By. I remember that group back in the day, the Far Side.
Side.
Imani, also real name Imandu Rashawn Wilcox, one of the founding members of the Far Side, is 53 today. So they just rolling along with us.
Classic.
The reality star April Jones is 39. And I want to send a special shout out. My absolute best friend, my line sister. She knows where all the bodies are buried. Today is Aaron Ruth Shirley Ori's birthday.
Happy birthday,
Aaron! My line sister. Yes, she's the best ever. And I hope she's having an amazing day over there in Jackson, Mississippi. She's running things down there in Jacktown. So happy birthday to her. So first up, we have, and just in case anybody missed it, which I'm sure you didn't, I know the Texans are, I'm not sure if they're excited about it or not. I'm in my mixed feelings, but I'm rooting for her nonetheless, because I know this comes with a lot. You've seen Jasmine Crockett is running for Senate.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to her. I want that to have a hand clap.
Go, Jasmine. God's blessing to you, Jasmine. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. And she the Reds as well.
He is absolutely a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Current U.S. Representative Jasmine Crockett launched a campaign for the U.S. Senate in Texas. She is challenging the Republican incumbent John Cornyn, and he has held the seat since 2002.
Woo!
Yeah, 22 years sitting in that seat. He is running for a 5th term in 2026. it's going to be an uphill battle because if she wins, let me say this: when she wins, because that's what
Claim
we're
it.
rooting
Claim
for.
it.
When she
Claim it.
wins, she will be the first Black woman to win a statewide election in the state of Texas.
Wow, that's big.
I was reading over the weekend that there's tons of Black folk in Texas that can make this happen if they go out to the polls. So it's not a matter of if she can gather the support. It's a matter of if the support will go and support her.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of it, I don't know yet. I haven't had a chance to really look into what they're, they passed that whole gerrymandering in Texas and they're doing all that crazy. And in California, balanced it out and all that. I'm not sure how that plays a part in her Senate run. I just know that she's in a very competitive Democratic primary. One gentleman did already drop out once she put her name in the hat. He was like, you know what? Let me
Never
just
mind.
go and run for my. I'm gonna go run
I'm
for my
good.
old house seat. I'm going over here. That was Colin Allred. He withdrew from his Senate race and he went to run back for his old house seat. She's also running against someone named James Tallarico. He remains in a primary. And I just wondered, like, with so many people having so much vitriol towards her sometimes, I wonder how challenging this is going to be. She is, coming. She like Dion. She coming.
Unapologetically Black. I mean, I love her, man. I absolutely love her. That's a tough state to be Black in, though.
It is a tough state to be Black in.
Speaking of unapologetically Black, let me give a shout out to the good folks at WGPR, Hot 107.5 FM, HD2 in Detroit.
In the D.
Shout out to the Sports Rap Network. We appreciate all y'all are doing. Thank you, Arlie. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, and I'm glad you did that because it just makes me think of that song. And I know this is way off. Remember the girl? It's so cold in me.
Yeah,
How the hell
that's
we're
a fact.
supposed to be free?
That's a
I
fact.
feel like we should have a song for Atlanta for that right now. It is 24 degrees outside. What in the entire world is
Are
happening?
you serious? I haven't
So-
stepped out there yet.
I took the
Don't
dog
do it.
out this morning and looked at my watch prior to doing it, and it said 24 degrees. I opened the door, and he turned back around and looked at me like, man, I'm going to piss or poop in this house. I'm not going out there. And he came back inside. So I made him go straight to the crate until he goes outside. But it was too cold for the dog to go outside this morning.
Yeah, it's not warm outside, but yeah. Back to Jasmine. I'm just, wishing for a win. I hope that there's ways that even though we cannot vote in the state of Texas because we know that is illegal, we understand that we are able to support her. I'm sure we're gonna get text messages. I'm already getting text messages from her. Hey, Arlie, this is Jasmine. Listen, Sarah, I'm struggling over here, but I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm gonna give you my 10th of my time.
Make a couple calls. Yeah.
Absolutely. It is important, that she brings visibility to Texas for all of the people of Texas because Texas has some interesting representation. That governor over there is something different. Abbott, baby, they in for it. They in for it. So that's going to be interesting. But shout out to Jasmine Crockett, and we wish her all the best as we watch this race unfold when they vote in 2026. Next up, we have Russell Simmons and Kimora Lee Simmons. I don't know if I didn't know until the other night that Kimora Lee has a new reality show out. I cannot think of the name of it. I'm gonna look it up right quick while I'm talking to y'all. But she has this whole new reality show. Didn't know she had adopted a child. She got a bunch of kids that popped up on there. It's called Kimora Back in the Fab Lane. And because that was one of her other shows. And so it's her two oldest daughters with him. And then she has a son with Jaimin. She has a son with that other gentleman he just had his birthday. And then she has a son that she adopted. So she has a whole little set of 5 kids over there. What's happening though is Russell has put her on blast.
She adopted some lips too.
Yeah.
She adopted some lips.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Doug.
That was a good one.
I'm serious.
That is a good
y'all
one.
saw them lips? She from
did.
isn't she Asian? She Asian
She
and
is.
Black, or is she just Asian?
Asian and Black. I'm not sure what Kimora's nationality is. Let me
Got
see.
some lips though. Yeah, don't worry about it, Ollie. Go ahead. I'll look it up.
I'm curious now. Lord. She is half African American from her father and half Japanese Korean from her mother, making her
Okay.
Afro-Asian.
Okay.
So maybe she had the lips, but yeah. her daughter was in the news with the little young. They grew up very different because they got all the monies. Y'all know that. But he is blasting her recently over her co-parenting comments. She's saying that she basically has to raise her kids by herself, and he's like, "Well, you try to put a wedge between me and my kids because he said I gave you $50,000 a month for 20 years. Can you imagine, Lord?
Gracious peace.
For 20 years, it's a lot
Do
of
the math.
I can't. I'm not even my brain don't even function. Like 50 times 12 is 6 million, isn't it? I don't know. It's a lot of I don't know. Do the math, Doug. You the math person. He was your best and only friend. I'm the godfather to your other 3 kids until one day you stole my stock. So what he's referencing is he claimed that Kimora has been working overtime to keep him from having a relationship with their daughters. Because he lives over in Bali.
Yeah.
He's gone, but the daughter has been over there. One of them, the little model one, has been over there for on the show. I only saw one episode, but she's been over there for several months. So I don't know if she's visiting her dad. She over there trying to find herself. I don't know how you get lost when you get that kind of money. I don't even know how you get
over 20 years. That's $12 million. You already did the math off. You said it out loud. $12 million.
All right, superstar. But anyway, and that's just the part she made. They all have baby fat and all that stuff. But what happened, the stock he's talking to is in 2021, he filed a lawsuit against her and her then husband, Tim Leisner. That's who she has the youngest child with outside of the one she adopted, and accusing them of breach of contract and fraud. They later the courts found that wasn't the case, but it has to do with big numbers, like $44 million. The husband then had a $44 million bond and legal fees, which stems from his guilty plea in this high profile wealth fund money. It gets real detailed and messy with lots and lots of money. And so he's saying they took some of his stocks and used them for their own, changed names on the stocks and then got their own money. The courts found that they didn't, but it remains a very public and legal contention because, of course, he's still suing. And so that causes a rift between them, which is why I guess she feels like she has to be a single parent because ain't nobody talking to their daddies, I guess, because they all stealing money from each other. It's a whole mess. How would you feel if you had to give that kind of money a month? Oh my God!
Well, is there such thing as letting bygones be bygones anymore? I mean, seriously. I mean, you can let him. I mean, he's in Indonesia right now. I mean, what about just living on from this point forward? Let's move on. Now, I understand the relationship with the kids, but can somebody please move on?
Joe, it's kind of hard to forgive and forget, especially when I've been giving you $50,000 a month for the last 20 years. I want all my money that I can have because I've been giving you so much. You shouldn't be doing me like this.
Okay.
And if I'm giving you $50,000 a month, somebody got to show me a child. I need to see, hug, kiss, play with the child, something. That is absolutely crazy.
Wow.
Oh my God. So we're going to see, we're going to hear, he posted and took it back. So we're going to see if this battle, because I'm sure she's going to respond in some way. I also want to mention that Lakeith Stanfield is slated to play the Worm. Isn't that what they called
Dennis Rodman? Yes.
It was supposed to be Jonathan Majors, but after Jonathan Majors got in a little trouble with the little lady.
Arlie, as you know, the Worm is tall.
Right.
Are they going to graphically make him tall, or is he going to be his natural height?
I don't know how
graphically.
they do that.
Well,
Some kind of camera tricks or something?
He's short. He's short. Dennis Rodman's a 1.5 feet taller than this guy.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. The movie is 48 Hours in Vegas, chronicling the Chicago Bulls' infamous trip to Las Vegas during the 1998 NBA Finals. And so it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, CGI is a real thing. Computer generated. I don't know what the I stands for, but
CGI.
Yeah. Yep, CGI. That's going to be
computer generated images, probably.
Images. Thank you, Doug. It wasn't coming to me. It's real in the morning. But shout out to y'all. I see y'all in the chat. It's your girl, Arlie Michelle, with a little Arlewood report.
Thank you.
Outstanding, Arlie.
Thank you, Arlie.
Outstanding, Arlie. Up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews, and the great Joe Hamilton, Shiron Moore. We're going to give you an update on the former Michigan coach, as well as I will recap my thoughts on Shedeur and recap my thoughts on SC State. But we will be talking about Shiron Moore, former head coach of the Michigan Wolverines, up next in the Doghouse.
In particular, some comments that Uncle Luke had to make about the situation, that he made about the situation.
I agree with Uncle Luke wholeheartedly, sir.
So we'll get into it when we come back. Don't go away. Two Live Stews Experience. Yeah.
Joe Ham in the building.
Got the Doug Williams, man. You bought that one, and he gave you that one too.
Oh, hey man. I mean, it's one of my favorites right here. I wore it thanks to Tampa Bay, giving the Falcons a much needed win this past Thursday night. It was a great game.
Joe played for Tampa. Did you ever wear the old school jersey, the what they call it, creamsicle color jersey?
No, that wasn't a thing back then for us, man. But
Okay.
they mandate that on Thursdays now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Real dope. Me too.
Y'all keep it locked to the Two Live Stews Experience. Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Arlie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and Poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949.
Let me say this to Ryan Clark. You say a lot of dumb shit on TV. You and a couple other people, when you get on, I just turn that motherfucker off. But this is by far one of the dumbest things that you've ever said. When you said that Coach Moore has set back African-American coaches and he's a disservice to African-American coaches. That's a bunch of bullshit. I'm a coach and I deal with college coaches on a daily basis. It's not a day that go by I don't deal with black college coaches. White ones too. It's not a setback. Here's what's worse about it. ESPN should be suspending your ass for saying some dumb shit like this, because if you would have said the same thing when Petrino did it, oh, white coaches are being set back hundreds of years because of Petrino. See, what you don't understand is you're feeding into the bullshit. You have just set black coaches back because you are giving these people what they want to not hire black coaches.
I couldn't agree more. Welcome back to you boys, the Two Live Stews. We got Joe Ham in the middle. We got me on the right and Doug Stores on the left. But together, this is your Two Live Stews Experience. Just came back from some sound from the great Uncle Luke himself down in the bottom. And he is a coach that deals with coaches. And what he said is 100% spot on.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts? I mean,
Well,
and basically, go ahead.
Well, I mean, Urban Meyer, Rick Pitino, Bobby Petrino, Donald Trump, Bill Clinton. They ain't set white men back. They ain't set white men back at all.
Right.
And that's just a small part of the list. But black men, because of the misdeeds or the misdoings of Shiron Moore, have been set back. And man, stop it. That's BS. And that's not something that should be pushed forward with the propaganda that they're trying to push. That's BS.
So
what way? That's my question. In what way? Set us back or black coaches back in what way? No interviews? The fact that I can't lead a team? In what way did he set them back? That was poor decision. And I go directly to Ume Oduka. Was he set back? Did he set us back? Or is now he's coaching the Houston Rockets? Come on, it was individual Shiron Moore. He messed himself up, and that's the bottom line. He set himself back, but not any other guys. Now, no.
He set himself back big too, Ham.
I think that people kind of, because this was a big topic of discussion in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group this past weekend. I think people confused the fact that he did something wrong with the point that Luke was trying to make. The point Luke was trying to make is, why would you say something like that? Then now you're giving the haters, I guess all of the Caucasians that's in charge, that's in authority to make hiring decisions. Why are you saying something that they're going to go back and take and say, well, even black people saying that we shouldn't hire black coaches? That's what Luke's point is. Luke's point isn't that he didn't do something dumb. He absolutely did something dumb. He absolutely fumbled the bag. His point is, why are you flaming the fire when that's already being done by the majority anyway?
We've said this for decades, Ham, and you've heard us say it. Doug, you know we've said this for decades. The Nutsi is undefeated. And that undefeated Nusi is not just undefeated versus African Americans. It's undefeated against all of mankind.
Right.
Men make terrible decisions no matter what position they're in, no matter where they are in life. When it comes to the Nusi, Shiron Moore is just the next to be added to the list.
And in my humble opinion, this would have been swept under the rug as well had Shiron Moore done a little bit more with Ohio State this year. There's no way, guys, in my humble opinion, that this investigation can go on for so long and you don't come to a conclusion. I mean, you have donors, you have big boosters reporting on this and having receipts in their phone about text messages that this went on. And I firmly believe that Michigan set this up that way. Now, they didn't make him do anything. He's guilty of all that.
Yep.
But to fire a guy a couple days after signing day, no, you kept him around for signing day. You used him to continue to recruit, continue to make it look like we're not in flux, continue to look like we got our stuff all together, and then we'll sign these kids that want to go to Michigan, and then we're going to let you go.
Doug, I've got 3 buddies that have children that go to Michigan. And 2 of them have mentioned in the past, not recently, a year ago or so, in the past, that Shiron Moore's a wild boy is the word that they used. And I said, man, what are you talking about? Hey, man, they got to jump off that work for the team. So this news is public knowledge. It wasn't new. However, now that they didn't have the season that they would have liked to have had, now that after 2 seasons they see that he's 18-8, which is not bad, but it's not Michigan-like numbers, this is the way that they could get this young man out of his job. And again, maybe he deserved to be fired because of what he's been doing as a coach. Maybe he deserves to be fired because of his extracurricular activities. But this thing did not just come up out of the blue. People are saying that Michigan used this card to get him out of that job so they could hire somebody else without paying him the $12 to $13 million that would be owed if they relieve him of his duties.
Yeah. So I pulled up a list. My friend AI, which is just phenomenal, reminded me of sexual assault situations in sports with coaches. Y'all remember Art Briles at Baylor?
Yeah.
Joe Paterno at Penn State?
Yep.
Pat Fitzgerald at Northwestern? Bobby Petrino at Arkansas? Mike Pressler at Duke? Rick Pitino at Louisville? Wimp Sanderson at Alabama? That the point that Luke is saying is, unless you said the same things about those guys,
which they didn't,
those guys are going to hold back white men. There's no need for you to say that. Everything else Ryan Clark said, I watched the whole statement, the whole segment that he did and talk about this. There was no reason for him to attach blackness with doing something wrong. Yeah. There was no reason in doing that, because I know that he didn't say the same thing about all those coaches I just named, so he shouldn't have said it. That's the only point I think Luke was trying to make. I don't think Luke was saying that what he did was dumb, was not dumb, or was it careless and reckless. Luke is trying to make a point about going forward and how it's going to impact black coaches in that profession.
I agree 100%, sir. And again, the names that you just rattled off, that's 1/20th of them.
Right.
I mean, this literally happens yearly for someone in the world of sports. And in other genres of business, it happens in those genres as well. The Nusi is undefeated, man. It ain't nothing new.
And I will say this about Shiron Moore. He would be all right to get another job had he not doubled down. And when I'm talking about double down, you going and you threatening somebody. If you had left that office and just got fired and say, I got to change my life around, fall on the sword, I was wrong, that's cool. You can be rehired like Uduke or Petrino. Even Petrino was in a motorcycle accident with the girl as well. But when you went to the break-in, enter, and home invasion and suicidal thoughts and killing somebody, I can't allow you to be around kids anymore. You can't get a second chance from that.
And let's dig a little bit deeper than that. The fact that he was threatening to harm himself and maybe harm her with butter knives means I don't want you coaching my damn team no more. You know what you got to do to hurt somebody with a damn butter knife? You know how hard you got to stab somebody with a damn butter knife?
You don't even know how to harm himself.
Right? I mean, what you going to do with that butter knife?
Hey, Joe, I mentioned this the other day, man. I
a
think
handful of butter knives. And it wasn't just one butter knife. The fact that he had multiple butter knives means it's going to be hard on an even stab because there's a. Just stop it, Shiron.
So two things, man. What y'all think about those images you showed of him in the courtroom or in that holding cell? I guess you call it a holding cell. What y'all think about them images, man?
I think he had to appear in court, and I think because he was actually in like some kind of psychiatric ward or someplace to make sure he doesn't harm himself, they just presented him in the situation that he was in. That's what I don't think it was something that they just did for Shiron Moore. I think that's what the situation dictated for him to be present in court. I could be wrong, but that's just my thoughts.
No question about it. I agree 1,000% that we can't afford you when the suicidal thoughts and threatening to kill somebody else. We can't allow you to be in the courtroom. We're going to hold you right there. We're going to have to protect you from yourself. No, not with that, man. Not with that, Doug. We've seen some guys overcome marital affairs and infidelity, but suicidal thoughts, you're unstable.
He'll never go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead, Doug.
Well, I was going to say he'll never get another coaching job. But Joe, I mentioned this last week, and you tell me your thoughts. When they beat Ohio State, and he had that breakdown, that mental breakdown after the game of him being so happy and crying and snot coming out of his nose.
We did it for you.
Right. That right there said that something's off about this guy, man. He's too unstable. And these events that have happened over the last couple of days since the story has happened kind of affirms that this guy is he's kind of off a little bit.
Well, I can't go there with you, Doug. I can't pile on the man as far as I kind of saw it then.
But I said the same thing when it happened, though. So.
But then I saw a guy that was fired up. Then I saw a guy that with passion and loved Michigan. And when he's done what he's doing with that offensive line when Jim Harbaugh was there, they won the offensive lineman of the year award twice. I mean, so I looked at him as X's and O's type coaches back then.
Right.
I didn't see weird. I just saw offensive lineman type deal.
The great loose neck said he broke in there and was ready to make some sandwiches. And the great Shedeur Moore said he broke in there wanting to butter her biscuits one more time. That's a great one, Shed.
How the fuck you kind of kill yourself or hurt yourself with a butter knife?
But for the record, I agree with Hill 9926. Dude is corny. He's a cornball, and cornballs act the way this dude has been acting for the last 2 years. Now that being said, I disagree that he will not be afforded the opportunity to coach again.
No,
I don't know if he'll have a head coaching job at that level, but coaches are in a fraternity, and there will be someone that says, hey, man, if you do this, this, and this, and you keep your nose clean, and you show contrition for the next year and a half, 2 years, I'll hire you to be quality control. I'll hire you to work with the offensive line. He will be able to get back into coaching as high as he was. I'm not sure about that.
I'm willing to bet you $1 that he'll never see another practice field, another football field in his life, man.
The great Marvin Childs. Shouts out to you, Marvin. We appreciate you, man. HBCU is where he may end up. Don't push him to our damn kids. Don't push him to our damn kids.
Right.
No. Keep his ass where he is.
He's not good enough to coach at a colonizer school, but bring him to HBCU.
Right.
I don't like that either.
Speaking of that, it's a great segue into what I wanted to talk about.
Can't hide nobody that's trying to kill himself with a butter knife and run their program.
Yeah, man. And well, I don't want to do that, but sir, I'm honorary South Carolina State. I'm honorary Xi. Y'all raised me. I love SCSU.
But
not a but. However.
Ooh, it's a however.
However, if you watch the video that y'all showed earlier this morning in slow-mo, Doug, he doesn't touch. I think there's an imaginary line that go inside that cone, and if you look right there, the ball is in his right hand. His body is in front of it. But I want to say that.
I can't believe you're doing this.
No, hold on.
I cannot believe you're doing this.
No, hold on. But I want to back it up with this. No win are no laws, Joe, you can call.
Florida A&M Rattlers.
Yes, yes.
Let me clarify the TD rule for everyone who watched the Celebration Bowl today.
I get it, man.
The end zone does not stop at the pylon. The end zone is an infinite.
I just want to say this, Ryan Stewart.
Yes.
With what
I'm
Doug
listening.
with what Doug just read,
Mm-hmm.
there's absolutely no argument about that.
Okay.
Because here's what I thought previously before I watched it and knew the rules what Doug just read.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you had to get that ball inside of that pylon.
Inside. Okay, I understand.
I thought you had to get it inside the pylon or touch it.
Okay.
Right? But what he just read, that calms me down. That's non-debatable because he almost nipped it before he got it in his right hand. He almost touched it with both hands.
I don't want to be misunderstood. I'm happy we won.
God damn it,
I'm
I can't tell.
We
I can't
won. But listen, man, there's a couple of facts that need to be understood. The ball was in his right hand, and his entire body went to the right side of the pylon, which does not put himself, his body, or the ball over or inside of the pylon, man.
You know
you can't have it both ways.
You know what I've been doing all weekend long in all these chat groups? You swag chat groups and everything.
You should.
All I tell them is just tell it to your preacher.
I agree.
Tell it to your preacher.
I agree.
Y'all figure that out. I don't care about nothing. The bottom line is, here's the biggest point. The biggest point to me was, and this is what I was saying in the press box. Shouts out to my boy, my chapter bruh, Edison Hines, Spring 89, Zyside.
Brew 89.
He had the nice suite. We had like 25 people in this big-ass suite.
Edison always do it big whenever he do it.
And so the point that I was making
y'all probably didn't even tell him thank you.
The point that I was making is they watched the play over and over for 10 minutes. The call on the initial call on the field was touchdown. They didn't see anything definitive enough to change the call.
I agree with that.
Change the call.
I agree with that 100%. You're right. When they took them a long time to come to a conclusion, I said, we got this win. And you got to go with the call on the field.
You keep saying we, but then you say us, and then you say them.
Unless it's inconclusive evidence that's shown, you got to go with the call on the field, and that's what they did.
Conclusive, right. Yeah.
Conclusive, not inclusive.
Yes!
Great win, man. Great game. Great win. Great win.
Hey, Joe.
Up next in the Darkest with your boys, the Two Live Stews. Can I share my Shedeur thought with y'all?
Yeah, but we got last 48 coming up too. So yeah.
I got a hot take on Shedeur.
Okay.
And then we can I won't take much time, I promise.
Joe, you sticking around, right?
Please.
Absolutely.
Please.
Yeah. Don't go away. Two Live Stews experience. Yeah, man. Tell it to your preacher.
The entire body went to the right side of the cone, which means that ninja was out of bounds.
Tell it to your preacher. Tell it to your preacher.
Yes.
You know what else I've been doing too?
I'm so glad that I'm from
Not
SC
genuine. That's not genuine.
Shouts out to your WGPR, Hot 107.5 HDM, HD2F. Needles, man, please. I retired from those when I hung up my cleats. Why get poked when you can snack your way slim? Brain IQ chews are all natural, taste great, and keep you in the game. Shots hurt, chews work. BrainIQ.com/REF/OneLiveStew. BrainIQHealth.com/REF/OneLiveStew. Brain IQ chews. Smarter than shots, stronger than excuses.
Hey, yo, Bird.
Just make your paper. Any way you choose. But understand the rules. If you get caught, you lose.
You can move a stone, you can move a key, you can move a pound or two, you can move some speed, you can move some X, you can move some shroom T, you can move anything you get your hands on, G. You can move some Hario, uh-oh, here we go, uh-oh, there they go, uh-oh, here we go.
This your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews. And this is your Two Live Stews experience. We're blessed to be joined with the Heisman runner-up from the 1999 Heisman Trophy race, the great South Carolina Hall of Famer, Georgia Hall of Famer, Joe Hamilton in the building. Woo! Oh, man, I was driving, so I didn't see the picture. Look at that. Man,
Hey, Tree,
look at that.
Tree, there's another picture too, right? You got the other picture?
Golly.
Shouts out to Pee Wee Shine, a.k.a. BMX. That's who you hear in the background.
Oh, man, look at
Check
that.
out his music on Apple Music and Spotify Music. Once again, Pee Wee Shine, a.k.a. BMX. Spotify Music and Apple Music.
Why they cut the homie Mike Vick out of this picture, man?
I don't think they cut it out, but I just think they didn't have it in, and that was historic. And I want to say something real quick, guys.
Please,
those smiles on those guys' faces,
genuine,
and it didn't matter. It didn't matter who was going to hold up the trophy.
Yeah.
At that point, we were just having a good time. Somebody said something funny, and we were like, "Hey, man, did we anticipate being here?"
Joe,
and I'm quite sure. Growing up in South Carolina, nobody said they want to win the Heisman Trophy.
Right.
I've never dreamed about that.
Joe, let me say this, though. I'm going to say this, and please don't take this the wrong way.
This is the Two Live Stews experience.
I want to make sure I preface what I'm about to say before I say it, okay?
Yes.
If you would have won the Heisman, you do know that meant a couple $1 million more in signing, autograph sessions, appearances. George Rogers still travels around with his Heisman Trophy. He'll set up a table, put the Heisman Trophy right there, and sign autographs for a couple hours and make a couple of $1,000.
Yeah.
Like you do.
What could have been? Or what could have been, Doug? I think about the Nissan commercial every time it comes on.
Right. You would have had a room in the Heisman house.
Yes.
All I'm saying is your appearance fees, you probably still get appearance fees. Your appearance fees would have went from here to here. I can't even, I'm standing up.
No doubt about it, Doug.
That's water under the bridge. Yeah.
Listen, everything works out for a reason.
That's right. Shout out to the good folks at WGPR Hot 107.5 HD2 FM in Detroit. Tough loss last night. We'll talk about that in a second. There's something that y'all didn't mention while y'all talked about Shedeur Sanders. I don't want to go back over how bad the game was. I don't want to go back over why the game was bad. I don't want to talk about the turnovers. I don't want to talk about the 5 sacks. Here's all I wanted to say. Here's my hot take. Shedeur Sanders now has the upper hand on the Browns. And there's been way too much resistance in Cleveland for him to want to stay a Cleveland Brown. Had they done right by him and done what they should have done from the beginning of when he got there, maybe they wouldn't be in the position that they're in now, having to win games, needing to win games. But they didn't want him to succeed, which is why they didn't play him. They were forced to play him and show the world what he could do. If I was Shedeur Sanders, I would keep playing my part. But when it comes to possibly staying or getting out of Cleveland, I'm on the first thing smoking.
Wait a minute.
Y'all
So
can kiss my behind.
So what you're saying is that you would request a trade at the end of the season?
No.
What are you saying?
I don't want to ruffle no feathers. No.
But what do you mean? I don't understand.
He's done everything right.
Uh-huh.
He needs to keep doing everything right. We haven't heard him fuss about being a 5th-round pick. We hadn't heard him fuss about being 144. We hadn't heard him fuss about being a practice team quarterback. We hadn't heard him fuss about Dylan Gabriel getting the start.
But isn't the rookie contract 3 years at minimum?
3 to 4.
So what are you saying? Are you saying he should ask for a trade, or I don't understand what you're saying?
I'm saying there's nothing the Cleveland Browns should be able to do that would make Shedeur want to stay there and be their quarterback.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm saying.
He's basically saying, Doug, that if Shedeur Sanders balls out in the rest of this season and 2 more seasons, and with the organization is going to definitely say, hey, it's time to lock him up, Shedeur should decline that.
Right.
He should decline. Yes. He should decline any extension to be the quarterback for the future.
Absolutely.
But like I said now, but this is the deal. The premium position is quarterback. If Shedeur continues to do what he's doing in these last 3 games, just show the moxie that he's showing, people are going to call.
I agree.
People are going to call. People are going to call. So all he needs to do is continue to play and don't ruffle the locker room. Don't be that guy, and he's fine.
Right.
Yep. Okay, I agree 100%. Thank y'all for allowing me to get that off my chest.
All right, Tree, let's look at these.
Doug, real quick. Looseneck, read this message from Looseneck. Ryan got to take his hat off slowly so his hair doesn't come off with it. That's a lie. That's a lie, Luke Matt. My hair is my hair. Stop hating. You probably got a bald head like Doug. Stop hating. I ain't got to take my hat off slow. My hair is up there. It's braided for Pete's sakes.
That has made my morning, man.
Why, Joe? What's so funny?
Can we get
Because it's braided nicely. It's braided nicely now. I'm telling you.
Thank you, Joe.
Right.
Thank you.
No fuzz in anything. No fuzz.
Let's get to the last 48. The biggest memes in the 2 Live Stews Facebook chat group over the last 48 hours.
Haters, and I hate how we hate on each other. That's what bothers me the most, how we hate on each other.
Hey, man, so we haven't gotten to it, man, and today is Monday, Balls and Busters, but we highlight usually the big games from the weekend. We really hadn't gotten into it, but, man, this is monumental. Yeah. The Kansas City Chiefs, for the first time in forever, and I should have got the exact amount of years, are eliminated from playoff contention. And then add on top of that, Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL at the end of that game, man. Y'all thoughts?
Yeah. Go ahead, Joe.
It's 11 years, Doug. 11 years, man, since they have been, really in the playoffs, and 9, I think, for winning the AFC West. This is why it's so devastating to me when it happened. That's almost guaranteed that he's going to miss some games in the season next year.
Yeah.
You coming back next year probably without Travis Kelce. So what is this team going to look like? I'm not a firm believer of the window is closed, the dynasty is over. It's over for right now. But with Patrick Mahomes in 2 years, Rashee Rice getting older, Xavier Worthy getting more acclimated, getting a better running back than Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, you can come back because of Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. But right now, with the AFC and the young guns, Bo Nix, the young guns, still Lamar Jackson's going to be there. Josh Allen is going to be there. Joe Burrow is coming back. So now you wonder, is this going to be as dominant as this, just as ink Patrick Mahomes in? I think that's lost his luster a little bit.
Joe, I agree with you 100%. And you mentioned Joe Burrow. That's one of the other talking points that I had. He's had a sob story for the last couple of days. Talking about he's not having fun. That's another story that we may get to cover a little bit later. But how is he going to respond to his surgery? How is Patrick Mahomes going to respond to his rehab? Is Patrick Mahomes' heart still going to be in it to do what he's done to this point? He's made his money. He's on a $500 million contract.
So you're saying he might come back with a different mindset, not as tenacious as he has been throughout his entire career.
He may be a different person and or player upon his return. I trust in Andy Reid, but there's a lot of ifs that need to be factored into the decision or the thought process of how things could go moving forward in Kansas City. He's had his worst year to date on this year prior to the injury. He was a 57% completion percentage thrower in the game before he got hurt. So I just think there's a lot of ifs in the air that we don't quite know of to make.
But what you just said, Stu, is why I think he's going to come back so hungry.
Okay.
Because he wasn't having a good year. Because he doesn't want to go out like this. He wants to have a year to where he's going to be like, let me get back to being one of the best quarterbacks or the best quarterback of my generation. But you never know. He's not Tom Brady that doesn't move around when Tom Brady tore his ACL. This is a guy that utilizes his legs a lot. So you're right.
I hope so.
What would he be when he come back?
Oh, yeah. Micah Parsons, somebody asked about Micah Parsons. He tore his ACL last night, too, for Green Bay.
Yep. Hey, man, Micah Parsons, Patrick Mahomes, Devontae Adams pulled a hamstring yesterday. The good thing about all those injuries that took place on yesterday and or last night is all of those guys that got hurt got their monies.
Yeah.
And y'all didn't mention that earlier in the show either. As devastating as the injuries were, it wasn't the first-year contract guys. It's the guys that got their bag.
Great point.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you something, man. This year, anybody can win it. We've talked about this before. Anybody, we're going to have a team, just a totally obscure team, probably win the Super Bowl this year. I'm going to tell you this, man.
What does obscure mean?
Obscure. I'm sorry.
What does that mean?
Just like a team that normally doesn't do it.
Right,
like
not a regular
traditional powerhouse or traditional team that's been winning over the last couple of years.
We got some favorites in there, though, Doug. Some guys are playing great
Well, I'm
ball.
going to tell you what I was going to say is that Chicago Bears team. Now I know Caleb Williams is young, but traditionally teams with that type of suffocating defense like Chicago got,
and that can run the ball like they run the ball.
They can run the ball and they take the ball away, man.
Yeah.
That stat about the turnovers this year is crazy, and I watched that entire game. Their defense is hellacious, man. I wouldn't be surprised a team like that or Green Bay or the Lions or somebody from nowhere comes out and wins it this year.
Don't sleep on Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. They've got a potent defense. Trevor Lawrence threw for 5 touchdowns on yesterday. I mean, they've shown that they have matured and they're playing better football. Denver, New England, Jacksonville, hell, Phillip Rivers with the coach balled out on yesterday and played enough to win. It's truly a coin flip to see who could possibly win this thing this year.
I agree, but let's not get too carried away when we're talking about teams coming out of nowhere. Ultimately, we're going to look to see who's taking the snap.
Yep.
Who do we trust taking the snap to win 3 games or maybe 4 games in the playoffs and to get to Chicago's benefit, Doug? I agree. Imagine the road having to go through Soldier Field.
Yeah,
that windy, that wind, that home field advantage. So I look at all those things because when I say a traditional guys, are we going back to say New England is not traditional? I know they've been out, but they have history as being one of the Blue Bloods.
Right.
And with the same characters, not in the same roles. Well, Vrabel was a part of it. Josh McDaniels was a part of it. So those guys know how to get it done.
Well, now that you mentioned that, this has got to be a easy pitch and toss for the Buffalo Bills with the injuries that they're dealing with in the AFC right now.
If any year they wanted to win it, this year is the year to go get it.
Right. Lamar having a down year, Lamar injured.
Yeah. Even though Baltimore showed out yesterday, they're still in the hunt. They're not out.
Yeah, they played against a team that no one sees as a threat, though.
All right, meme number 2, Tree. What we got? Number 2. And you're watching the 2 Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Joe Hamilton joining us today. What do we got?
We appreciate you for filling in, too, Joe. You did an outstanding job, sir.
Man.
College football, ESPN, welcome to a new era. 7 of the last 10 Heisman winners were transfers. And by the way, the last 10 Heisman winners, only one of them wasn't a quarterback. And I got to go and look back who it was. Can y'all remember who that was?
Yes, Devontae Smith from Alabama.
Smith, the wide receiver from Alabama.
Very good.
Joe, what's your thoughts? We kind of touched upon it earlier. What's your thoughts about this transfer portal and how guys are going from team to team? And this right here, this meme kind of shows it in a perfect way. Guys aren't ending up with the team that they signed with out of high school or they initially played with as freshmen. What are your thoughts?
I don't have a problem with it, and actually I love it because that's Indiana on the map. You know, those other 2 guys, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Travis Hunter, they didn't win the Heisman, just not known. Caleb Williams went with his quarterback. Right. Jaden Daniels was in the system with Brian Kelly 2 years before he won it. Travis Hunter, we know he was in there 2 years before he won it. But Fernando Mendoza, he came right in from Cal and won it. Right in. So I have to give him extra kudos for learning that offense, number 1, going in that locker room and leading his guys, number 2.
Thank you.
And it's an even playing field. I don't know how I feel about not knowing the names. I know the names, but they are not household names for everybody, for the masses to know and to get familiar. So that's why you have a little bit of backlash for this year's Heisman group because they don't quite know about them. But Dougie, I like it this way.
Dougie, it's saved college football. For prior to the transfer portal, prior to NLI opportunities and deals, we were looking at LSU, we were looking at Florida, we were looking at Georgia, we were looking at SEC and Ohio State, and there were like a handful of teams that had the opportunity to win it. But now, on any given Saturday, you can get your ass busted by somebody that's paying somebody $4 million to play.
Yes. I want to get you guys' thought on this one. And how I feel that I love Fernando Mendoza winning it this year because it went back to the best team, one of the best records. All right, Caleb Williams, they weren't anywhere close. I'm not saying he wasn't the best player in college football. No, I'm not saying that. Jaden Daniels wasn't the best team. It wasn't even close. Colorado with Travis Hunter. It wasn't the best team. It wasn't even close.
Right.
RG3, they lost 4 games at Baylor. Johnny Manziel lost 3 or 4 games with Texas A&M. Lamar Jackson lost 3 games or so with Louisville. So I like the fact that it's going back, and which it doesn't have to for me, but Fernando Mendoza, almost a trifecta. Undefeated season, won the Big Ten, #1 in the country, and the Heisman Trophy. I love that.
Yeah. Kyler Murray, you can throw Kyler Murray in there too as well. Transferred from Oklahoma to no, he transferred from where?
Yeah. Hey man,
Alabama.
Right.
And even Baker Mayfield.
Right.
Sir, this thing has saved college football.
Yes, it has.
Well, I don't know if saved is the right word. They were doing fine, the same thing but you're right. It was the same teams. Now you got Indiana's and Vanderbilt's coming and are viable and able to play with these quote unquote blue bloods.
Vandy deserves to be in the final 12, and they're not. But they got an argument to say we should be in there. Bama's got an argument to say we shouldn't be in here. This transfer portal and this money that's attached to it with them NILs, man, it's made this thing a whole lot more enjoyable for the common fan to think their team has a chance.
Hey, Tree, let's run one more before we exit from WGPR.
Damn.
One more meme
from the D, Doug. Pause. At least give us a pause. Wow.
So one more, and then we'll finish shows up when we come back from the break.
Shout out to you, WGPR. Oh, this is a good one. I saw this one.
This is a good one too. Can we move the little banner? And you're watching Two Live Stews Experience.
Just give her a second. Golly, man. He's breathing heat down her back. Jeez.
From Brian Osman. You know who Brian Osman is, right?
Yes.
That's the Chief Rocker.
That's the Chief Rocker, the real Chief Rocker.
One of our former interns. Then who you got? Ohio State is wide receiver U. So you see the players you got for Ohio State, then you've got the players from LSU. Which squad you taking? Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Jackson Smith, and Jigba, Marvin Harrison Jr., Emeka Iboka, or LSU, Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Jamar Chase, Brian Thomas Sr., and Keyshawn Boot.
Let the quarterback answer first, man. Let the quarterback answer first.
Not even close, Stews. Two Live Stews, not even close. I'm going to LSU.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
LSU. Me too. Because Jackson Smith and Jigba is the best on Ohio State list in the league right now, especially if we're going in the NFL. And he's third on LSU's list.
Yeah.
So he can't even fit above third.
Right.
Marvin Harrison Jr. has been injured. Garrett Wilson doesn't have anybody to throw him the ball. Ibuka has been balling at the Bucks, but that doesn't go with Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, 1,000-yard receiver last year, Brian Thomas. Malik Neighbors won Rookie of the Year. He got injured.
Yeah.
I'll go to LSU.
Yeah. I agree.
I agree. That's it. I agree.
Shout out to you, Detroit, WGPR Hot 107.5 FM, HD2 in Detroit. We appreciate y'all for being here. One time through the Sports Rap Network. Y'all can pull up the Sports Rap Network to catch all the shows, previous, live, and also you can go to YouTube if you want to hear the rest of the show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. You can pull up the Two Live Stews Experience and hear the rest of it on YouTube. Thank you, Detroit. We appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Detroit. Pass the word. Share the show. When we get back from the show, or when we get back from the break, we're going to finish up the last 48. We got a quick trending story at number 4, Christmas themed, and then we'll get to the chat messages before we get out of here today.
If I heard properly on the show meeting, I think Joe picked the 2-minute trespass. So if y'all like it, yes. If you don't, hit Joe Ham up, not us.
Whoa!
Don't go away. Two Live Stews.
I can take it QB style.
Somebody let those people know they can come back now. They can come back now.
Yes.
Celebration party. Had a ball, great turnout, man, and we went on. I think we're the reason why the Bulldogs handled their business on Saturday.
Yeah.
Good aura, great energy.
Yes.
From the party, we gave them great energy. Yes.
Hey, can I throw something in before we get back to the last 48 real quick?
Uh-huh.
Are y'all buying the Kyle Pitts senior hype now? First tight end with 150-plus receiving yards and 3 TDs in the game since 1996. Had 11 receptions, 166 yards, 3 TDs. First game with the 100-yard receptions since 2021, I believe. Are y'all now wanting the Falcons to re-up Kyle Pitts?
Hell no.
Thank you. How about you, Joe?
Exactly what Doug said.
Okay.
I mean, the guy
Don't buy the hype, people. Don't buy the hype.
He looked phenomenal the other night. And his talent, I can understand why they took him 4th in the draft. He runs like a wide receiver. He runs like a wide receiver at 250, 200 and whatever pounds that he weighs, and he's 6'6". I get it. But he has been the model of inconsistency for this organization since he's been here. He's dropped so many balls that hit him straight in his chest. It's unbelievable.
And that's why the draft and the combine is so crazy, because you can't test a guy's Valentine area. I mean, where's the guy inside? So he's going to get paid, guys. So these last 3 games, if he continue to do that, not what he just did, that's impossible probably. But $100, 2 touchdowns, finish off the season, he can make up towards $10 million a year probably. But not from the Falcons. I'm not buying into that.
Shouts out to the great 6'7" Magic City, new name to the platform. We appreciate you, 6'7" Magic City. Franchise tag is $15 million. He is a wide receiver. He is not an inline blocker. I agree.
Let me ask y'all that question straight up. Do you think that he would be better served and serve his team and his city better if he played wideout?
No.
You don't think so? You still think he's a tight end?
He don't have the feet. He don't have the feet to play that position.
Well, let me explain what I'm talking about, Doug.
Go ahead.
He can play the X or the Z in situations. I'm not going to diminish his talents like that. But to say he's going to line up for 30, 40 plays on the outside, no. But that's why I'm disappointed in Zach Robinson. Where's your creativity, offensive coordinator for the Falcons? Where's your creativity? Where's the motion? Where's the setting up mismatches for Kyle Pitts, where he's on a safety that's small, where he can run by a linebacker? Where's all that? Right. That's my problem. You got to go somewhere like a Kyle Shanahan, like a Kevin O'Connell, somebody that can manufacture. Or I wouldn't be surprised. Here it is, guys. This is my first time thinking about this. If Travis Kelce leaves and retires,
he goes to Kansas City.
Andy Reid would do a lot with Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, he would turn Kyle Pitts into a Hall of Famer. You're right. I agree. I agree. Because he's got the talent. But let me say the last thing about that and the whole thought of him playing wide receiver. So we're talking about the Atlanta Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts on this past Thursday night's game. He had the game of his career. He was the number 4 pick in the draft, number 3 or 4 pick in the draft. Hadn't shown a lot. He's been very inconsistent in Atlanta. All right, so that's the summary of it. There's no defensive back that can outjump him. Like if you put a defensive back on him, he should be able to make the catch over any defensive back in the league every single time. It's a matchup nightmare for defensive backs. And a linebacker can't run with him. So that's why I threw that out there. It probably won't happen. You're right. But, I mean, if he can play like he played last Thursday night, he would be a perennial Pro Bowler.
Thank you, Doug.
Trade deadline is gone. Is there any way the Falcons can benefit from the game that he just had outside of signing him? Is there any way we can get something for him in return? Or is he just free to go after this?
Too late when you picked up the 5th-year option. Too late. It's too late. And this is a bad term in some ways, but it's not when I'm talking about Kyle Pitts. All we want to see is the dog in him. Where's your dog? Right. Where's your dog? Where's the dog in you? That's what 50-50 balls are not 50-50 balls to him, because he doesn't have that dog in him on the football field.
Right.
I agree. Okay.
Absolutely.
I appreciate y'all letting me bring that in. A few things I just wanted to get in while I was listening to y'all earlier. We can go back to the last 48 now. I appreciate y'all.
All right, last 48. We only got a couple more left. You're watching the 2 Hours News Experience. We're about to get into that super chat. If you'd like to donate to the show, look to the bottom of the right.
Hey, man, was the great Robert Porsche at the party?
Absolutely. I got a little video with Porsche, man. You know, Porsche told that same story about how he let me cheat off his paper in summer school back in 1986.
I love Big Bob, man.
Every time me and that man together, he tell a story about this fable about me cheating off the damn paper.
He's one one of my favorite people in the world, man. I love Robert Porsche.
I'm gonna send Tree that video. He sent me a video. I'll send it to you, Tree. Go ahead. Let's go. This is I want y'all to take the lead on this because I really don't understand. Damn, Michael Jordan looked like a goddamn statue.
He do look like he's bronze.
He look bronze. Bless his heart. He looked exactly like his daddy, though.
Yeah.
He look the older he gets, the more he looked like his daddy from back in the day. So Jeffrey Kisler, the attorney representing Jordan's 23, 11 racing and front row motorsports in the team's antitrust lawsuit against NASCAR, told judges Kenneth Bell that the parties had reached a settlement Thursday in a way that will benefit the industry going forward. Joe, you kind of explained it in our pregame show. Yep. What this whole thing is about. I've seen them talk about it. I've seen some headlines. I don't totally understand what this suit was about, what the settlement means, if you can expound on it a little bit more.
Well, I'm sure Stu knows a little bit more than I know, but what I do know is that it's almost like the golf club that the Goody Two Shoes are a part of, and they don't want anybody to get in the exclusive club.
Good old boys club.
Good old boys club. We're going to do something on the side. So Michael Jordan came in, and they didn't want him to be in part of what they were doing overall at NASCAR. So now he's given or presenting a lawsuit that says, man, I'm dishing out money. I've got teams and I got cars and I'm sponsoring guys. Why am I not included in the overall product or the benefit of what NASCAR is making? NASCAR is making a boatload or billions and billions of dollars. And not that I need the money, but you're excluding me and I want to know why.
Jordan says NASCAR controls too much, pays teams too little, and blocks fair competition. Now, let me start by saying this. Michael Jordan is a billionaire that has lawyers on deck 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He probably has a bi-monthly meeting with his lawyers to make sure that his business affairs are in order. And in one of these meetings, somebody said, hey, I've been doing some research over the last couple of weeks, and Mr. Jordan, I think you're being ished on when it comes to your NASCAR team.
Yes.
Oh, really? Well, what do you mean? You pay too much. You don't make enough. They can at any time cut you out if they want to. They're not sharing revenue. They're not profit sharing. They can decide who races when they race. They decide the tracks. They make all the money. I think you got a lawsuit here, Mr. Jordan.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, teams spend tens of millions to compete, and they don't share directly in TV deal money, long-term franchise values. NASCAR owns the sanctioning body, the tracks, major revenue venues. It's a whole big deal. And Jordan's like, I think this should be made more fair for the common man, because in this sport, even though he's got $1 billion, he's the common man.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, now, guess what? They settled out of court, which means what? That he was about to win and shine a light on all the dirty deeds of NASCAR. So they paid him to go the way so they can tighten their books up before other teams start doing the same.
So saying,
and I don't know if Jordan is happy. I'm sorry, Doug. What I'm saying, I don't know if Jordan is happy with the decision because they're able with the settlement to continue to sweep it under the rug.
Right.
It's almost like go away. We want to continue to do what we're doing. So you just going to the side. And they didn't think that Jordan being a billionaire, multi-dollar billionaire, that he was going to cause fuss about this. That's what they were banking on.
NASCAR may be violating antitrust laws when it comes to restrictions and on the competition, forcing teams to into unfavorable contracts or using the monopoly power to control the entire sport. And you say Jordan may not like this. The smile on his face coming out of that courtroom with an agreed to settlement says that he does like this.
Right. So one quick thought though. You know what this reminds me of, just in different terms?
What's this remind you of in different terms?
Colin Kaepernick in his lawsuit against the NFL.
Yeah.
And they basically settled out of court. They wrote him a big check to be quiet. Yep. And it sounds like that's the same thing that NASCAR is trying to do with Jordan. They just want him to be quiet. He's got proof of the collusion. Same thing with Kaepernick. It was collusion between the owners. I don't care what anybody tells you. The owners did not want him to come out and prove that collusion, and so they wrote him a check.
Yep.
Same thing it sounds like
Yep.
with this situation right here.
Had NASCAR won, had NASCAR lost, better revenue sharing for all the teams, more stable ownership rights, increased team evaluations, and NASCAR's power structure could shift permanently, which is what they didn't want, which is why they paid Jordan off.
Yep.
All right.
The only difference was between Kaepernick and Jordan. I don't think Jordan is out of the NASCAR business, though. He'll still be in it. So Kaepernick didn't ever play another down.
Well, let me ask you this, Ryan, and you follow the story more. Is Jordan saying that these things are happening and that they're doing him wrong because of race in a true old-fashioned good old boy situation, or is it just business with Jordan in NASCAR?
He's saying that private ownership groups like his
so not
are
just
being
him.
done wrong.
He's saying
it
not
got
just
nothing
him.
to do with him.
Gotcha.
Everybody in the sport that is not one of the
original
blue
good old
bloods
boys
in
like,
NASCAR, right? Not one of the original good old boys. Y'all ain't doing us right, and because of this, in essence, they could have been dealing with antitrust laws, just like the 32 owners in the National Football League, just like the owners in the NBA, just like the owners in MLB. They're the guys at the table that make all of the decisions that favor them at the table.
So I just looked up NASCAR Blue Bloods, the Petty family,
yes,
Earnhardt's,
yes,
Dale Allison and his boys,
there you go,
Waltrip, Terry Waltrip,
all
of these names. If you vaguely follow sports, you know that these names, Jeff Gordon, Bodine, these are the names, the hierarchy, the good old boys of NASCAR.
When Jordan and his team pulled up for a race, like everybody else, they're like, hey, real quick, man, if you can move to the side while we let those guys pull in and get the better garage.
Right.
Jordan's like, wait a minute, man, y'all shouldn't be doing me like this. I just got here. We're next up. Oh, no, we need you to move aside so the guys that we respect can come in first. Yep. Jordan said, enough of that. I'm going to sue y'all, and he won.
Yep.
So we'll see if it changes or how it changes in the near future.
Last one, Tree. This is our last one coming up. And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Thank you for joining your boys. Last 48, the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group.
Oh, I had that exact bike right there. I had that exact big wheel right there.
Wow. Do they still sell these?
Oh, yeah.
This was the big wheel. For the greenhorns watching, from Vintage Toys, hey, everyone, let's zoom back to 1969 when the big wheel by Marx hit the streets and changed the game. It changed the game because, you know what I'm thinking now, and I'd never realized this before? This is basically a souped-up tricycle.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I never thought about it in those terms before. This is a souped-up tricycle, man. A tricycle was lame compared to this right here. The big wheel was the shit.
Well,
thumbs up.
You can break it by stopping the pedal motion, and there was a brake on the back that if you pulled that brake on the back to lock those back wheels and turn that front wheel up on the handlebars, you were whipping out, sir. And as much as I loved mine, you had the green machine that had the two spokes.
Yeah.
So that had its own features and things that yours could do that mine couldn't do. This was one of the best toys in the history of the world, sir.
Best toys. The worst case scenario is that when everybody in the neighborhood had one and yours were kind of worn down on the wheel because you did everything with it. You did everything with it. You raced, you shared it. That was your little go buggy. But if that wheel got too slick on it, you weren't going to go in motion. You weren't going anywhere. It was going to skid on the pavement.
You know what? They should have supplied you with an extra wheel that you could change it in and out because eventually a couple of days, maybe a week or so, you basically wore a hole into one of the back tires, one of the back wheels.
All the tread was gone.
Yeah, all of them.
Shout out to the big wheel. This is definitely, the big wheel is definitely top 10 all-time Christmas toy.
Hands down.
Absolutely.
No question.
Absolutely.
No question, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was so fun.
Was that the last one, Tree?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good morning.
You had a great time at the party, Tree?
Yes.
Why you laughing
Just-
like that?
I'm not.
Did you
Just
make a love
nothing.
connection or something?
No, please, let's go on. I got your video together.
Oh,
The
okay.
video you wanted? Yeah.
So I was telling.
Did you get some whoopee at the party? Is that what I'm hearing?
Listen, I was telling the story.
Now, Doug and I graduated. We were in summer school together in 1987 at Berkeley. That's high school.
At my high school, huh?
So we both wasn't doing what we were supposed to, so we had to graduate and go to summer school to graduate. But if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have graduated. He cheated on my graduation.
I've heard that story 15 times over the last 10 years.
Hey man, 1986. I walk into summer school. I had to get this class to play football. I wasn't good at algebra, and this humongous ninja is sitting in there. Now, keep in mind, he's from 2 towns over, from Cane Hoy, and I know he didn't go to high school with us. And so we were the only 2 brothers in there, and we started talking. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play football this year." I think this is like his 2nd year playing football. You know, Porsche didn't start playing football until late, right?
I do. I know the whole story, man.
And so we got through it. He's a year older, so he went to Tennessee State, played at Tennessee State 1 year. I was at Newberry. No, it was the same year because I was at Newberry. He was at Tennessee State. So we graduated the same year. I get in the weight room at South Carolina State. I'm in the weight room. You know, we had that whole, you had to sit out a year thing. I'm in the weight room, and Big Bob walks to the door. I'm like, what? He said, "Yeah, man, I transferred too."
Yeah,
it was just a good time, man. So that dude's been my boy for my folklore for a long, long time, man. Very proud of him.
Very great football player, very good businessman. I mean, one of the best friends you could ever ask for. Amazing dude, man. Big Bob's an amazing dude.
Good dude. Good dude.
As a matter of fact,
Detroit Lions Hall of Famer. You got to throw that in there as well every time.
Rashad came to the party.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rashad made it to the party?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go right there.
Sports Rap Network. Thanks for coming.
So president, CEO of the Sports Rap Network, Rashad Hicks right there.
Okay.
He actually drove up from, where does he stay? Birmingham?
Alabama.
Birmingham. I think he stays in Birmingham.
Yeah.
And he drove up for the weekend.
Who's that on the right, Doug? Oof, gosh. Oh, my bad. Hey, real quick, the great Robert Porsche at his ring ceremony, he was going into the Ring of Honor in Detroit. Big Bob's a great dude, man. I mean, and I listened to you and Big Bob my rookie year. I would have probably played 8 to 10 years, man, and be sitting on about $10 to $15 million right now. But I didn't listen to y'all. Y'all didn't want me to have fun. Y'all wanted me to focus and be about all the business, and I wanted to have a little bit of fun.
Should have took a page out of Brian Dawkins.
Nothing's changed.
Should have taken a book out of Brian Dawkins' book. Yeah. Brian Dawkins was about that business. He's about that business.
I bet his body feels worse than mine right now, though. So God knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
mine feels
always.
bad. Mine feels bad, but I bet his feels worse than mine right now.
Did you miss us this morning, Ryan?
I most certainly did. I was listening from the start of the show, and Tree, we don't, I don't want to talk about our relationship, but I was honored and proud to hear you say that because Ryan sent the Michael Jordan story. I'm sure he'll be able to talk about it in detail, and you were right. So I really appreciate you believing and trusting in what I was trying to bring to the table.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm a producer.
No, I have no idea that you're a producer because you don't work for me. I have no idea you're a producer.
Come on, Tree, let's get to these.
Joe, thank you for being here. I love having you here. You're very good. Do you do this?
Listen,
you're very
I'm telling
good.
you, fun comes in a lot of ways, but goodness, chopping it up like this reminds me we're back in the barbershop. That's all.
Back in the barbershop.
Let me just say this. What Doug and I do is very unique because of the sibling rivalry and the relationship of 2 siblings. But on Wednesdays, Joe and I have a totally different show. And it's more sports orientated. It's more locker room buddies, teammates. So Doug and I's relationship is unique, and Joe and I's relationship is unique. But together, each of us make wonderful shows. And Joe, you're not a third wheel here. You're part of the damn family. Outstanding job today.
I want you to come back.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
All right, here we go. Loose Neck Side, thank you so much for your donation. Prairie View Falcons, let us swag folks down. I was heckling this man so bad they were really very cocky. And the first half
Which
of
I
that
don't know
game
why. I don't know
Well,
why.
they were up
We talked
21 points.
Oh, well, at halftime,
Zero.
they were probably cocky, yeah.
Yes.
But coming into the game, they shouldn't have been.
Well, no,
I kept jumping on Facebook saying, y'all better stop doing what y'all doing. This game ain't over yet.
Well, let me say this, man. I think that if you ask someone, even HBCU alumni, but in general, people that don't follow HBCU football, if you said which conference has the bigger brand, I think they would say SWAC. I think because names like Grambling, Southern, then Florida A&M now is part of that conference. JSU. I think they would say probably the SWAC has a bigger brand than the MEAC, but we're 7-3 against the SWAC in the Celebration Bowl over the last 10 trips, man. Hey, pay us, give us what you owe.
Yeah,
give
but
us the love you owe.
Well, so for me, South Carolina was so like the energy was way down here that by the time we got to the second half, me and Trisha were like, we going to a Prairie View homecoming, because that's where we sat on that side, and they were lit. Like it was a good time until it wasn't.
Until it wasn't. Exactly.
From Jew Jams 4, our coach is so awesome. He even came out to the party for the alumni and got a standing ovation.
Yeah. I saw pictures, and we could probably have gotten
Thank
some
you,
of those
Jew
pictures,
Jams.
He was hanging with the people. Coach Shinsbury, man, here's the thing, and I wouldn't say this on a national platform. We are scared shitless that a Power 5, a Power 4 now is going to come call it.
Y'all going to need to step up and...
He can do something that hadn't been done since Willie Jeffries coached at Wichita State. Willie Jeffries used to be the head coach of South Carolina. There hasn't been a HBCU coach to go from HBCU football to Division I football since Willie Jeffries, former head coach of South Carolina State, did it back in like the late 70s. But HBCU coaches don't really get those opportunities. But this guy that we have now, he's that good.
He's a football guru.
Well, there's nothing you can do to keep him then.
Yeah, I mean because money costs. Money costs.
Yeah.
And if some program come and want to give him $3 million a year, and we're paying him less than $100,000 or right at $100,000, maybe $200,000, I don't know exactly, but there's no way we can stop it. So we're just praying that he wants to stay and build a program and become a legend in his own right.
The only thing I didn't like about the game was after the game was won, after y'all won in overtime, I believe 4 overtimes.
Quadruple.
He got caught up leaving the sideline because he spent time with his wife. He got surrounded really quick. The media had cameras and stuff in his face. And he didn't meet the opposing coach, which is a bruh, at half field like coaches typically do. He wasn't able to get there. And I was hoping that he would have made time to make sure he got to the other coach, which is his frat brother, to tell him good job. But I'm not knocking him for that. I understand that he was deterred from doing that. Outstanding performance by the Bulldogs this past weekend. And Coach Berry is a true gem. Y'all are blessed to have him.
Sean Mims, thank you so much. He's got a message for Joe. Your Cowboys are still shitty, 30 years and counting. Bring out the DVD if you want to see them win.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you,
Sean.
Sean is the op.
I digress, Sean. I digress. When I'm defeated, I can own it. It's no way the Vikings should have beat the Cowboys last night, but again, I can own that. I can't say anything positive.
Well, Sean is a little bit, as you can see, bipolar, it seems, because now he's giving you props and giving us more donations. He said, game ball to Joe. You didn't crack during that live radio show when your coworkers was on OJ's head. Like you said, the jury said not guilty. Ooh. I bet that
Is this something that happened at your former employer, Joe?
Yeah, because again, I was standing up and we all know OJ did it. Right. But I was telling them, hey, what did the juries of his peers say?
How did that
They didn't like that. They didn't like it. Well, it felt good.
You do know you instantly were on their bad side when you said that, right?
Instantly, Doug.
Yep. Forever.
Instantly. Yep. Well, not forever, because during the break I kind of drew it back a little bit. But again, I spoke facts.
They was mad like this, man.
They was very mad because they couldn't see where I was coming from.
To you.
Yeah.
Check this out, Tree. Doug and Ryan would be mad at me too if I stood like I was standing like he's not guilty. I mean, I had a hard hat on that day. I'm like, no, the jury said he's not guilty. Are we not going to believe what the jury
Well, that's
said?
what these
Right.
two say too.
Right. No, he's
Okay.
saying he agrees with us, Tree.
Back to Sean Mims' thoughts about the Cowboys. Dak Prescott didn't throw any touchdowns, didn't have any interceptions, but he threw for almost 300 yards. I thought it was a good game. I thought as of last month, Joe, y'all would find a way to get into the postseason because the Philadelphia Eagles have been floundering, flip-flopping like a fish. But y'all don't have enough.
Nope.
I don't know exactly what it is, but you don't have enough of it to find a way to get to the postseason. It's been 30 freaking years since y'all have had a win outside of the regular season, and that's not a good look.
That's not a good look. Not a good look. But I say this, Jerry's going to eventually come out looking good on the other side of this trade.
It's been 3 freaking decades. Yeah, eventually.
No, I'm just talking about this trade. Eventually, when guys start talking about the Cowboys, eventually they're going to have to leave 3 decades alone. How far do we want to go back? Let's go back to 5 years. We don't have to go back to decades because especially you, Stu. I mean, you're a Raiders fan.
Let's just go back to the last time y'all won a playoff game. That's all. I mean, but the Raiders ain't walking around town like y'all walk around like y'all won the Super Bowl last year.
Chest all
That's the
out.
big difference. I know I'm a Raiders fan. I know I ain't got nothing to stick my chest out about. But every freaking year, y'all stick y'all chest out like y'all just won it.
Roger
power
Staubach.
in that.
Oh, the Tony Dorsett.
Roger
Tony Dorsett. Everson Walls.
Right. Going back to Cassius in their grave.
Mean
Man,
Joe
stop it.
Green. Mean Joe
All
Green.
right. Stop.
Mean Joe Green.
No, not
Osiris
Mean Joe
was-
Green. Too Tall Jones. I'm sorry.
I know,
Too Tall
I know.
Jones. Too Tall Jones.
I know who you mean.
Randy White.
Randy White.
Y'all
30
stop
years
it.
old, son.
Yeah.
30 years old, son.
All right.
Osiris was at the party Friday night. Osiris,
Did you meet
is
the
he like
great
bodyguard?
Osiris Tree? Did you meet the great
Yeah,
Osiris?
Is he from New York? He has
Yes,
New
he's
York
from-
energy.
He's from
I
New
knew
York.
I thought he was from the islands. I thought you said from the islands, Doug.
No, you met him on an island or
Oh,
wherever
okay.
you met him at. But no, he's from
St. John's.
he's from New York
St.
City.
John's. All right, okay.
That's
All right.
a big man.
He's a big dude.
Yeah. From Osiris, thank you so much. Joe Hamilton co-hosting today brought back memories. Macedonia used to kill us at Andrews in football and basketball.
Oh.
But my senior year, 95, we went undefeated in basketball. Joe, you remember the Andrews run?
No doubt about it, brother. I remember it vividly because we were going for back-to-back state championships that year, and I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait till football season to be over with. Had already knew I was going to Georgia Tech, and Andrew, sure enough, down there in Georgetown Gym, put us away. I do
Wow.
remember that, sir.
Wow.
Very good freshman. God bless the dead. I don't remember his name. He was a freshman then that gave me the business.
Go ahead, Tree. I see another one from Osiris. Do that one before I say something, Tree.
Thank you for the donations,
Osiris
too,
with
team.
another donation, like Chuck Motti said. White
Can't see it.
confidence
We can't
is.
see it.
I
We
know.
can't see it.
I know. I'm producing. I'm trying not to cover everybody up.
Okay.
We're on TV. We're on TV. From Osiris, thank you for your donation. Like Chuck Motti said, white confidence is viewed as an asset and black confidence is viewed as disrespect. And you
Agreed.
can see that in a lot of the hate for Shedeur.
No
Mhm.
question.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No
Yes.
question.
Absolutely.
That's spot on.
While listening to y'all earlier, were two things that I was upset about. One was the fact that y'all didn't mention the great Esau Mahoney. Okay, y'all did all that talking about the basketball team.
Rest in peace,
And then-
right? Rest in peace,
Rest in
right?
peace to the great Esau
Yeah.
Mahoney, which is why Joe didn't start as a 8th grader. If it wasn't for Esau, Joe would have started as an 8th grader.
That's
Okay.
right.
Boy, Esau had
second thing.
game. I saw him play a
Oh.
couple times too.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Second thing, Joe, I'm sorry. I didn't know y'all played for 4 championships.
Yeah.
God,
The only time was my freshman year.
that's
we were
amazing.
And add on top of that, who was their head coach?
Coach
His
Ken
head
Ken
coach.
Green.
Coach
God bless
Ken
his soul.
Green.
Coach Ken Green was our offensive coordinator in junior varsity football at our high school. But he was really a basketball guy more so. He was a football guy too, but basketball was his
sports guy.
thing. He went over to Joe's high school and took y'all to 4 state championships, man. Rest in
And
peace.
then went to you guys' the Berkeley Stags High School. I played against Coach Green. I played.
Right.
He went. He left because of what was going on
Well-
my senior year, and then took you out to Promise.
Like the great Chennis Berry is probably not going to be around long, but there was no way they were going to leave him down in Macedonia to keep
That's
doing
right.
what he was doing. So we went and took a check down there like, hey, man, come on back to this side over here.
Now, wait a minute, Joe. He was my junior varsity offensive coordinator when I was in junior varsity. So he was at
coached
Berkeley
basketball.
first.
Yeah, he was at Berkeley first.
He was at Berkeley
Yes,
first, and then he
came.
Go ahead.
But he came back.
He came back after coming from Macedonia. Yes.
Yes, he did. Yes.
And not to sully his name at all, but the great Ken Green is why I curse so well, because I learned it from the great Ken Green. He was a cursing you know what. You hear me?
Cursing is ninja and the history of cursing is ninjas.
Right in your face.
Right.
I mean,
First
he
time
wasn't
I
trying
ever
to hide
heard
it.
the F word 1,000 times.
Thank you,
memories.
Sydney. Thank you, Sydney Action Jackson, for your donation. Nabisco already knew we all look alike. So they think we act the same. Nabiscos, Keeblers. They think we act the same. I believe what Ryan Clark is saying is that these schools will use more as an excuse not to hire Black people.
Yeah,
Well,
but
Just don't say nothing at all. Just
Right.
be
Just don't say
quiet.
nothing.
Yeah.
What goes on in this house stays in this house.
As a matter of fact, and they keep finding reasons
Thank you,
to make
Sydney.
Ryan Clark apologize whenever he said something that is outside of the scope.
Well,
that
they're not
they want
going.
him to be in.
They're not going to make him apologize for what he said
Right.
on this.
They'll let
Right.
him-
Not this
they'll
one.
let-
Not this
they'll let
one.
him drag us
No,
all day
yeah.
long.
Right.
Exactly.
Good morning, CVW05. Thank you so much. He said he's going to Mexico and he's
Be
going to
careful,
watch
folks.
later.
Be careful. Watch out for the cartel down there.
Yeah,
Shit.
be careful.
God
This
damn.
Ain't
They're
no
saying make sure you get
cartel.
They're saying make sure you get on the right shuttle to go to your resort, because if you get on the wrong one, we'll never ever see you again. So
Yeah,
be
man.
careful out there, man. Be
Yeah.
The
careful.
negativity of it all. From Loose
It's just
Necks.
the truth.
South Carolina State Cash App hit first.
What
I
does
think
that
he's trying
mean?
to say y'all paid to win that game.
Oh, okay.
I
We
think that's what
paid
he's
to
trying to
win the
say.
game. We paid to win the game. Even though they had us 21 points, by 21 points in the first half, we paid to win the game. Man, Ninja, please.
It's an hour-long battle. Y'all withheld and y'all stood the test of time better than Prairie View did. It's just that simple. And speaking of Prairie View, I went with you to drop Kara off.
Brother man? Is that Brother
Ooh,
Man?
it's coming up. I went with you to drop Kara off at Prairie View and took her car with you. When we pulled up on that campus, I was like, damn,
Yeah.
this might be the best HBCU campus I've seen since Hampton. It's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
I'm
beautiful,
gonna go
but you ain't had to go
find-
that far. What you trying? You always do these underhanded bowls.
A compliment that then just gets.
The campus is beautiful. I heard
It
you
is
say the
beautiful,
same
but
thing
our
earlier.
campus is beautiful
It was wrong
too.
for me to say it, right?
Our
I'm
campus is
here for-
beautiful too, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Tree. Go ahead, Tree.
Good morning, brother man. What up, though, Doug, Ryan,
you, brother
Arlie,
man.
Joe, and Tree? Happy
you, brother
Monday.
man.
Thank you, brother
Have a
man.
wonderful week. You have a wonderful week, sir.
Thank you, brother man. for
We're
the
coming to
donation,
see you,
folks.
brother man. We're coming soon, brother man. It's too cold right now, but the minute this weather break, we're gonna pay you a visit, brother man.
It's never gonna break there. From loose, it's 8 degrees there. From
That's
loose
my
neck.
point. We're not going while it's 8 degrees.
Just you can use one of my furs. From loose neck side, Jordan looking like the
I
D
got my
Wade
own.
statue.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's
Shouts out
a
to you.
terrible picture of him.
It's
So
just
it
bad
looks
lighting
like
or
his
something.
face is calcifying or something.
It's bad lighting. He is
He looks
in
like
the
his
shade,
dad a
and
lot.
the light is behind him. So if he was turned around, you can see the pigment in his skin, but
You're
you
right.
can't because
You're right.
Yeah, it's all because they just took the picture from the very bad angle. That's all.
Oh,
Right.
like that interview with those people where they put y'all the light behind y'all.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
The sun has got to be facing you if you're taking a picture like that. If you're R color, you got to be able to be seen.
We
All
need
right,
light.
we're winding up. Dr. MC Bucket, MC Buck, McBuck.
Thank you, Dr. MC
Dr.
Bucks.
McBuck. Thank
you,
you
man.
so much.
Add a
For your
message so we can
donation.
put it out there for you. We appreciate you.
Joe Ham, you have a one friend in the chat that says he won't stand for the Cowboy slander.
No,
Yeah.
Joe Ham is a Cowboy fan.
I know, and this is Loose Neck is also.
I won't stand.
He says he won't-
He's saying in general. Okay.
And we ain't got to slander y'all. Y'all doing a good job slandering yourself.
Yeah, I digress. I can't defend it right now. I'm not going to do that.
Y'all actually playing good this year, man. Last night was just, it was a bad
They
night.
played good for
It
the
was a bad
last
loss.
month and a half. They played pretty good.
It was a bad loss with what is at stake.
Yeah,
DJ
right.
Big Worm wants to know why your ass didn't come to the party.
I'm a dad first, man. And I had a very busy weekend chauffeuring my kids around because my wife and daughter are away on a girls' trip. So shouts out to me for being a dad and knowing that my duties as a dad, they come first. That's
Shouts out to me. That's huge.
Shouts out to me. Shouts out to me. Yeah. We had a great weekend, though, just the guys. We had a guys' weekend where I let them do what they want to do around the house, and wherever they wanted to go, I got them there. And we had a great weekend.
You couldn't get them to help you unbraid your hair?
No, they don't braid hair.
Because it's coming out of the edge of the hat.
Let me guess. You let them do whatever they want around the house. They play their notebooks for 99% of the time, right?
Well, actually, they all chose to be other places, which I'm in favor of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because that gets them off the screens, that get them off the tablets, and we had a great few days. But the ladies come back this evening, and I can't wait to have them back home.
That's what's called.
Okay.
But I miss you, Big Worm. I heard you did your thing, Big Worm. I mean, Big Perm. I mean, it's a perma worm.
Perm, Big Worm. he's always.
How's that to you, Big Worm? Love you, dog. Appreciate you, bro.
Loose Neck said while you were out running errands, your cornrows were on the charger. They should be at 80%. He did keep them on for the whole show. So maybe they were charged.
What do you mean for the whole show? They're always on. It's my hair.
I am so worried that when you do that, all of it's going to come off.
Why is it going to? What happens when you pull your hair, Tree? Does it come off? Look.
Let me call
This guy
somebody.
is awesome.
Do not encourage him.
Nah, it's just good stuff.
Y'all hate no
It
my hair.
is.
I took the time it takes, and I bought the perfect wave cap that it took to grow my hair. I'm not going to let y'all just hate on it now. It ain't right.
Dr. Shanda, thank you so much.
Dr.
your
Shanda Mosley.
donation.
Halsey.
Can't wait to buy you a drink, Dr. Shanda. I believe it's Shonda, but I can't wait to buy you a drink.
It's Shonda. I'm sorry. I did it again.
Shanda.
Shonda Nicole. I'm sorry. Dr. Shonda Nicole Holsley. Thank you so much. Holsey. PSA, Ben Masalis, lawyer who helped Kaepernick win the NFL case, founded the pro-democracy group Midas Touch. Check them out. Get facts about the Trump regime. Thank you for your donation. Dr. Shanda Nicole Holsey.
I heard y'all talking about that earlier, man, and I understand them throwing a number at Kaepernick that made him say, "Okay, I'll go away and be quiet." But if it was really about winning the fight, he had an opportunity to win the fight, which is why they paid him to go away. He had an opportunity to win the fight, and he chose not to because of whatever that number was.
Well, my thought process, he had a chance to play in the NFL. He didn't want to play anymore. Well, he had that workout here in Georgia, in Atlanta, and didn't show.
Yeah.
So it was all about that protest. It wasn't about Kaepernick playing football again. That's my whole take about it. Now, he got his money, and when the collusion did exist, but did he really want to play football? I don't think so.
67 Magic City thinks that Shiron will get a job in the NFL.
Well, go back to it one more time. Not Sharon. Let me see.
He's talking about Shiron Moore.
He is, Shiron Moore.
Yes, he will coach again. It's a fraternity.
I thought for a second he might have been talking about our head coach from South Carolina State, Coach
He's
Berry.
befriended someone
No.
that is going to give him an opportunity
I
if
think
he
so,
don't do no
too.
more stupid stuff.
Well, so a couple of things. He did not sexually assault anybody. So all those people that y'all were saying, those people were accused of assault. That lady was consenting until he wanted her to get rid of his children.
Well, the reason he's not gonna get a job is gonna be more so that he's shown signs of being a lunatic.
Mental illness.
There you go.
I mean, he probably still could have got a job if but
And they
now,
will protect that woman. She will have no accountability.
Tree, I'm
She
willing to
didn't-
bet she wasn't even fired, Tree.
When
I'm willing to bet
she,
she'll still have a job within the organization.
the attorney for the other side, I guess I don't know if it's her attorney or what, but when she was doing her opening statement, she said that the girl called her attorney when he was with
At the
the
house.
knives. Why
Yeah.
she didn't call the police?
Right.
I don't understand.
To build her
what is
case
her-
stronger.
That's it. That's
Because
it.
he had a butter knife. That's why.
Right.
She didn't need to call the cops.
No,
Butter
She
me.
ain't doing nothing with that butter knife.
why are we laughing about this? This is
No,
inappropriate.
it's not funny. It's not funny.
Very inappropriate. Go ahead.
What are you
Let's
gonna
go.
bludgeon me to death? What are you gonna do? Give me a concussion by hitting me with the back of the knife?
Stop. We got look. We have some requests. Ryan, your cornrows and that hat is the real battle. Yeah, I'm worried. Well, I was.
Is that a
worried
shot
lot.
at me or are they on Team Ryan? Clarify
It's a
that,
shot.
please.
It's a shot.
Go to hell.
I'll go to hell. But here's Team Ryan. Rel Scott wants a joke. Rel, where you been?
I got a joke. What happens when you have the ball in the right side of your body, but your whole body goes to the right side of the pylon? What happens?
It's called a touchdown.
We are
It's called,
winning.
it's actually called a
Winning.
touchdown. Right. Winning. That's what it's called.
I'm happy.
Can't tell, man.
Aw.
Y'all
Okay,
do know
we
that
don't
I'm the only one in my entire family that went to an undergrad PWI, right, Joe? Did they say that?
I didn't know the only one. No, I
That
didn't know the
doesn't
only
talk
one.
about
All
that.
of
The
my
only
first
one.
cousins, all of my aunts and uncles, everyone in our family has a college degree. I am the only one in the entire family that went undergrad to a PWI.
Wow, dad and mama's side?
The only one.
Well, my mama's side, my
Mine,
uncles, they didn't go to
Stephen,
nobody college.
From day
Yeah, they
one.
hustlers.
They went to the college of the streets.
They learned how to live off the land.
They lived off the land. But our daddy's side, yes, he's the only person in our entire family that didn't go to a HBCU.
Marvin Childs, this hurts. This hurts, Marvin Childs, but it is what it is. Some people have a low hairline, and mine is just a low hairline. It's close
You
to my
mastered
eyebrows.
taking that thing off. Is it like a string? When I wear a wig, it has like a thing where you can pull it.
I don't wear wigs, Tree. That's the difference between me and you.
Go ahead, Tree. Let's go. Let's run through these.
All right,
I
we're
gotta
almost
go.
done.
Yeah.
From Big Kev, the nerve of the announcers to say Green Bay was the hottest team in the league, as if the Patriots and Broncos both had 10 game winning streaks. I guess as if they didn't have.
Right. I guess
10
he means
game
hadn't. Right.
Right.
Real quick, man. Buffalo, Patriots, Ravens still in it. Steelers still in it. Texans, I didn't mention them earlier. Colts still possibly
That's
in
what I'm
it.
saying. It could be anybody this year, man.
Broncos, Chargers. That's just in the AFC. Eagles still in it. Bears still in it. Lions still in it. Struggling. Need to do better. Packers still in it. The Bucks right now still in it because they're now leading the South, NFC South. And the Rams are still in it, as well as the 49ers and Seattle Seahawks. Anybody can win that thing this year, and that is pretty amazing.
Humble opinion, the Rams, that's who I trust the most.
Okay. Yeah.
Without Devontae Adams, that may change because Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua have been killing them on the outsides.
And that's
Now-
a short week. They play just this Thursday against Division 4 Seattle Seahawks. That should be put the women and children to bed on Thursday night.
That's
That's going to be a hard-hitting game, brother.
Last one, and I'm out of here. Cheating off someone's paper when y'all both in summer school is diabolical.
Exactly.
Very good point.
A very good point.
Bye,
Welcome
Tree.
back, Ryan. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. Bye, Tree. We see you later.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you,
Hey,
Joe.
Tree,
Thank you, Tree.
are you responsible for being the DJ on the ones and twos this morning?
Currently, always. Yeah.
You've been doing a lot of great music this morning. Goodness.
Oh, thank you.
You've been on your
Thank
A
you
game.
so much.
Bye,
I love
Tree.
that.
That's been great. It's been great, Tree.
Hey, Joe.
Yo.
Absolutely fantastic, sir. Thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
And it was perfect timing because they just had the Heisman Trophy
Yeah.
ceremony this past
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
So that was perfect. We should have had you on no matter if Ryan was here or not.
Man, it's all good, man. I'm telling you, man, a lot of fun, man. When Ryan sent that text, I said, my goodness, no brainer.
And for the record, you can catch us, Joe and I, every Wednesday around noon. If not at noon, every Wednesday night, 8, 9 o'clock. We do In the Huddle with Joe Ham. I'm the co-host. He's the host. And we dig into the sports. We really dig into it.
So let me
So
tell
y'all
you how
catch
you
us.
don't miss the show, okay? Go to 2LiveStudios, YouTube.com, okay? And in the middle of the page, you're going to see live. Click on the live, and then you'll be able to subscribe to the show so that whenever the show goes live on the network, on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, you're going to get an alert. Hey, a show is going live right now. So you will never miss any shows on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. All right, very simple. Go to 2LiveStews, YouTube.com. Click on the live tab in the middle, and then subscribe to the show to get alerts whenever we go live.
Before I give out some grades, man, and some thank yous, sir, I must have received 15 to 18 texts Friday night. Folks asking me where I was and what time I'm getting there. Congratulations to you, sir, for putting on another good-ass gig.
Yep.
Cats were blown away, man, sending me pictures and videos. I wanted to be there so bad, man, but I had to be a dad first. Outstanding job to you. Joe Ham, A+ for your contribution this morning, man. Thank you.
No doubt about it, brother. Hey, who's winning? Who's winning? Last time I saw the show, it was 24-24 with you guys. Who's up now? Who won that last night?
Joe, listen, those cheating bastards that ran me out of doing top fives, and it's not fair how they've handled things and how they've done things. So in essence, I resigned and retired from top fives forever. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. When your family's willing to cheat to get a win, it ain't worth doing. So it's all over.
Okay. I love the top five. I love it. And I love the fact that it was 24-24. I couldn't wait to see who's going to come down the stretch with the win.
Right. Anyway, shouts out to you, Joe. A+ to you, man. We really appreciate you, man. Outstanding job, Joe.
Yes, sir, man.
Hey, Tree, put that back up. Put that up, back up, Tree.
Let's give an A+ to
Joe, would you trust a nigga with cornrows like this? No? Come on.
Only if I knew him beforehand.
Right. If y'all was in kindergarten together, maybe.
Hey, Joe, look at this. Here's an example of their cheating. Look at that. How do you have two graphics, Joe? Huh? How's that? Here's an example of them cheating, switching the freaking graphics during the show. I got a whole bunch of them, but I wasn't even going to bring it up. Since you brought it up, I decided to show evidence. I got enough of it to get their asses locked up. Yeah, y'all openly cheated over and over and over to win. And you're trying to tell me there was a tie for the last top five. Use a lie. And it's that jump off.
No, not me. I didn't know. I thought it was the last time I listened. Thursday, it was tied at. Okay.
They knew
it was tied at 24. Okay.
A+ to Arlewood. A+ to Tree for an outstanding job. A+ to all the super chatters. Thank you so very much. We appreciate y'all. A+ to all the regular chatters also. Thank y'all for bringing commentary to the show. It means a lot. I gave Joe, gave Arlie, gave Tree, and to all the dogs and poodles that passed the show, ask folks to subscribe and like, and are telling folks that the stews are back. Thank y'all for being here. A+ to you too, Dougie. Outstanding job today, man.
Yeah, you get an A too, man.
To everybody that tells us that you love us, we appreciate you. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him and need to find him and show him love, that's all he's showing you. Nothing but love. Y'all make sure you log back into the 2 Live Stews YouTube page and Stewart Media and Entertainment's YouTube page to catch Joe and I on Wednesday, and again Doug and I on Thursday mornings. Yeah. How do you explain this, man? How did this happen, man? That's what I thought.
Not even dignifying you with that bullshit.
Yeah. Screw y'all in, y'all top five. Y'all take it. Keep it, cheating ass. Appreciate y'all.